and chaos be to you in the name of Runie Ruse. Now, Runatics, welcome one another as I always welcome you. Hi. Hello, yes, I am very early today. I will vamp for a little bit because I do feel bad. There may be people who are waiting. Starting an hour early during a FaZe collab? You really are evil. I really want to get through this tonight, and I thought that I had less than I did. When I opened it up, I realized that I still have like 40 something to go. A desperate move, you're still having part 4. No, I really want to finish this tonight. I want to, you know, this is very fun and I'm really enjoying it, but it's taking up a whole time slot every week. And I want to do other things. I have other ideas. So I definitely want to get it wrapped up tonight, if at all possible. Good morning, Ohio! It looks like the views have exceeded 200,000, and thanks for replying to me yesterday. Of course, thank you! Thank you for the super! Yeah, we do have a lot to get through, but I'll vamp. I'll vamp for a little bit, considering... Don't say no chance. Considering people didn't know that I was streaming this early, so it might take some people a little bit to roll in after they see the Twitter post or get the YouTube notification. Or some people may just roll in at 7 and be mad. Haha. I warned you guys that I was evil. I warned you guys. Did the tier list speedrun, yeah. You think I got it today? Thank you. I believe in me. I think things have been going pretty well today, in general. The Hellhound apparently has had a really good day as far as actually going potty outside. My poor mother has been having quite a time getting her potty trained, but housebroken, as they say. But apparently today it's been going pretty well. I thought it was pretty funny because she told me, I think it was yesterday, she told me that housebreaking the puppy was harder than having newborns. I really cannot imagine. I cannot imagine that is true. Harder than a newborn? You know what I think it is? I think it's that a lot of time has passed since she had newborns. She's a lot older than she was. It's easier to do things when you're young, right? Because she was only 21 when she had me, and 17 when she had my brother, so she was young. She had that youthful energy. The years have passed, and now having to wake up several times in the middle of the night to take out a dog is harder. Or I don't know, maybe she's right. I guess I don't know for sure. But yeah, I think that might explain why it's harder now. For sure. I was not well behaved. No. I wish I could say I was a well-behaved baby, but I happen to know for a fact that I was not. Definitely was not. Well, we're talking about a newborn though, so newborns don't understand your words yet. So they are kind of similar. As far as communication skills go, it's probably somewhat similar to trying to communicate with a dog. The evil started young. Yeah, my mom got married young. I think she was like 16 when she got married. So was my aunt. So was my grandma. I think my other grandma was even younger than that, actually. And then there's me. And then there's me. Certainly did not get married by 16. Oh my gosh, I'm like twice that. No, I can't do math. I'm not twice, I can't. Wait, yes I am, because I'm 95 years old. So I'm like triple that, quadruple that, whatever the math is. I'm 95. I still have time, yes. 95 is not too, it's not too old. It's not too old. I could still get married yet. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the perfect one. I'm six times that. Whew. 95 is the new 25. Ooh, a One Piece video on your birthday. That sounds fun. One Piece videos. One Piece. One Piece. Maybe I will also make One Piece videos. The age of 95 is in demand. I agree. I don't know if you guys planned to both say that or if that was coincidence. But we got it in the chat twice. Hello! Still look good for 95. I know, everybody tells me that. Everybody tells me that. Runatic hive mind is real. Yes, I love it. Become a hive mind. Become one. Become one mass of... I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't look a day over 60. Stop. Now you're just being precocious. Into perfect cultists. No, I'm not doing that. No, of course not. Of course not that. You've got to fuse. Yeah, you've got to fuse. Do your fusion dance. What word did I make up? I can't even remember what I said. What did I say? What did I say? One Piece is my favorite series in all of fiction now. It is my second favorite series in all of fiction. I'm really happy you're enjoying it. I started an hour early because I'm finishing this frickin' tier list tonight. No matter what, I'm finishing it. Comes first is Golden Kamuy. I like Golden Kamuy and One Piece better than Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Rings might come third. Because it's pretty high up there for me. I am finishing! Yes, truly! Thank you for believing. Thank you for those of you who believe. I thought this was Tomato Throwing Simulator. Today, unfortunately, we don't have time for these games, okay? We are going to be just ranking. I'm not gonna pause to put the roses and the tomatoes, so you'll just have to put them in the chat. Because this is serious. We're Sonic Speed tonight. I've been listening to Forbidden on Spotify a lot. This should cover the cost for listening, right? Thank you. Of course it does. Thank you very much. Thank you for streaming Forbidden. I think it's over 20,000 views now. I can't remember. I haven't looked in a little bit. But I've been really happy with the reception. People have been super, super nice about it. So I look forward to making more original music. And I'm also very excited for you guys to hear Euphoria's group original. So we have an original song as a unit, and I think you guys are going to like it. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. You know what? Ask forgiveness, not permission. We all worked on the lyrics together, so it's extra special. I really think you guys are going to enjoy it because it was a collaborative effort between all of us to write the lyrics. And I don't know, every time I listen to it, like I remember like who suggested what and where each line came from, and it makes me super, super happy. And that is debuting at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So I'll actually already be streaming. I'll be doing my force-feeding devil fruits to my gin mates stream that starts at 7. So about an hour in, we will take a pause and we will watch the premiere together. And then we'll go back to force-feeding my gin mates devil fruits. Yes, we're gonna have a live watch-along. It wasn't planned, it's kind of a happy accident. I just already had my stream planned, and then staff posted when the premiere was, and I was like, okay. Watch along. It's a watch along then, which I actually think is going to be really fun because maybe I can give you guys some insights as we watch together. I can give you some behind the scenes scoop as we watch it together. So I'm really, really excited. Everything about it is so cool. You're really going to like it. So devil fruits do canonly taste very bad. They taste bad. I don't think it's ever said like what kind of taste it is, but it's apparently a bad taste. So, day 1 director's cut, let's go. I know, of course I didn't use my clairvoyance rune. I only use runes for very, very important business. I don't use them frivolously. I'm not that sort of evil sorceress. I take magic very seriously. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna talk until 6:30, and then I'm gonna start ranking. I'm gonna start ranking at 6:30. I think that's enough leeway time, considering I did start early. So, I would not eat a devil fruit because I wouldn't want to give up my ability to swim. That would be very sad to me. I don't like the idea of that. I would rather become a hockey woman. Hockey. Ultimate anime tier list, the final part. No, not episode 1. Episode 1 of 1. 1 of 1. Well, devil fruits are effort too, though. Because you have to learn how to wield it. Because you're not, like, good at it right away, you know? Not even for a rubber body and sun god powers? No, mm-mm. Plus it's too much of a risk, unless I knew exactly what the fruit was going to be. Like, I don't want to end up looking crazy or getting one of those, getting a bad fruit. You know, I don't want to end up like Kaku, you know? Yeah, it would definitely, there may be a fruit that could tempt me, possibly. But it would have to be really good, because I would not want to lose my ability to swim. If I can't swim, then I can't save my precious buggy should he fall into the water in front of my eyes. And that's just unacceptable. Unacceptable. Giraffes kind of creep me out. I don't dislike giraffes, but their eyes are really big and their tongues are very long. And I don't understand the physics of their body. And when they fight each other, it's very scary. I think they're kind of creepy. I definitely don't dislike them, but they are kind of creepy. I wouldn't put them in the cute animal category. But there's a lot of animals I like that I think are a little creepy. I'll tell you. We got 2 more minutes. I'll tell you the animal that I find absolutely, totally creepy and not cute at all, that people really like and I don't understand. Sloths. What is up with that? What is up with sloths? Why do people like sloths? Why do you guys like sloths? They're not cute. They smell bad. They're creepy. They're so creepy. They look like weird alien creatures that don't belong on the planet. They don't scare me per se. I just find them like uncanny. They're uncanny. Trust me, I believe in ugly cute. I am a strong believer in ugly cute. But sloths don't hit the cute button for me. They fall deep, deep, deep into the recesses of the ugly cavern to which they can never climb their way out because they're too slow. They're trying to climb towards cute inch by inch, but they're too lazy, they're too slow. They're never getting out of the hole, and therefore they are ugly forever. You know, but there are very precious people in my life, though, who really like sloths. So for that reason and that reason only, I do have somewhat of a tenderness towards sloths. Because people that I love sloths, right? So I have a little bit of tenderness. But if that wasn't the case, there'd be no tenderness. No tenderness at all. Because I think they're creepy. They're creepy. Hating sloth when being a nun. I get it. Wait. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Actually, gosh, that really must be what it is. That must be what it is, and therefore it's completely out of my control. It's completely out of my control. You can't blame me for not liking them. All right, it is 6:30, which means we are moving on. We're doing this. We're doing this, okay? We're doing the ranking, and we're gonna get through all of these today. We're gonna get through all of them today. Then how are you max? I'm not max rank. I'm max rank. Cool. I'm max. It was a typo. It was a typo. Okay, we're doing this. Mob Psycho. I love Mob Psycho. I really, really like Mob Psycho. This is one I haven't read the comic. I'm actually not quite sure, because I think it was a manga first, right? Or maybe it wasn't. I can't even remember now. If there is manga content of it, I have not read it, but Mob Psycho is so good. I am tempted to put it in classic just because it is so freaking good. But it's so new. You know what? I feel very confident that Mob Psycho is going to survive the test of time and be a classic, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in classic. I agree that maybe it's a little too young, but I'm putting a bet. I'm making a bet on Mob Psycho. I'm making a bet on Mob Psycho. I'm making a bet on it, and I'm gonna put it in classic. And I really liked Mob Psycho. I mean, it's just beautiful. And when it came out, I just hadn't really seen anything with that art style before. It was so unique and so well executed, and the story is so heartfelt and cozy, and all of the characters are so likable. It's really good. I don't even know where to put it. I mean, I liked it more than Madoka. I think I liked it more than Bleach. I'm gonna put it here. It's really good. I definitely agreed that it's maybe too young to be in classic, but I'm placing my bets. I'm placing my bets on it. I think 10 years from now, it'll still be a really well-received anime that many people have seen. That's what I'm betting on. All right. Next up is Osomatsu-san. If you guys haven't seen Osomatsu-san, I've never seen the original. I've only seen the new one. It's funny. I don't think that it reaches like Daily Life of High School Boys or Asobi Asobase funny, but it is funny. I did enjoy it. I'm gonna put it in okay. I'm probably gonna put it here, behind Kakegurui. You've never heard of this one? I do think it's worth a watch. I mean, it's funny, and this is another one that I like the art style for it. And there's a few pretty funny episodes. But it's about six brothers. I think there's 6, maybe there's 7. It's about 6 brothers, and they're all basically good for nothings. They're just all degenerates in their own special ways. They still live with their parents. They can't get girlfriends. They have rotten personalities. So it's one of those series where it follows people who are like no good. Like, you're not necessarily rooting for them. Except for Jushimatsu, who just comes off as a mentally ill child, so you do feel bad for him. But yeah, it's definitely not the funniest of the like funny anime that I've watched. So don't say just like you. Don't say that. Don't say that. By virtue of being here watching this stream right now, you are already better than all of the Osomatsu brothers combined. Mr. Tonegawa! I shouldn't have put this on here. For all extensive purposes, this does not deserve to be on a 100 ranking list, but I don't care because I really like it. And I do have to put it in I'm too biased to rank this. So if you don't know what this is a spin-off of Kaiji. It follows Tonegawa, who's one of my favorite characters from Kaiji. It has a completely different vibe from Kaiji, as in it's a comedy. Personally, I think it's freaking hilarious. And it just follows a character that I really, really like. The opening, dun 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 dun, it's so good. It's so good, and I like it. And it is based off of like some comics that were done, and then they animated them. And I don't know. I like it. I'm too biased to rank it. If you like Kaiji, I think you would also like that. But it's definitely like more comedic vibe than Kaiji is. Everything's pretty much played for laughs, but it's good. I do think it's funny. It got some crazy laughs out of me. I'm gonna finish this list, I told you. I'm finishing this list. See, the thing is I started early, so there's less people here. So there's less distractions in the chat. Do you see my wicked plans now? It's hard to get distracted when there's not all these people in the chat trying to distract me. I'm getting through this list. All right, Mushoku Tensei. I have not watched the latent? I haven't seen the latest season of this. Not for any particular reason. I don't know. I like Mushoku Tensei. You guys have already heard me talk about it a little bit before. I like it. I think the animation's really nice. I like the world building. Latest season is fine. Wait for part 2. Yeah, I think part of the reason I haven't gotten to the second season is just nobody I know who has watched it has been like, you have to watch it right now. It was so good. I think most people I know who've watched it were like, get to it when you can. So I haven't been like, I don't have a fire under my butt to watch the newest season, but I've liked everything else that I've watched so far. Reading the light novel will take years off your life, really. I might do it. Cause I'm really interested in the world building. You know what I like also about Mushoku Tensei is sometimes I feel like when I watch isekai style shows, the isekai is really just kind of the big, like, it's just a means to an end. It's just what gets them into that new world. And then it's never really of any consequence later on. And I like that Mushoku Tensei does not do that. There are several moments all throughout the show where his past catches up to him. Things like trauma and stuff that he has to overcome in this new life, like baggage that he carried over into it. And then also there's this whole mysterious thing with the man god and the dragon god and all of that, where I feel like him being pulled into that universe and having so much latent magic talent, I feel like it's actually significant within the plot of the story, which is nice. It was really refreshing to see that, because it was just nice to see the reincarnation not just be a gag. You know what I mean? So I liked it. So it's genuinely just justification to give exposition to the main character in most isekai. Yeah, exactly. Mushoku Tensei doesn't do that, does it so much better. So, yeah. Eminence in Shadow is the GOAT isekai. Okay, I'll check it out. I will check it out. I haven't ranked One Piece yet. I haven't. Alright, so Mushoku Tensei, I'm gonna put it in very good. I liked it more than Demon Slayer. I'll put it there. I don't know if I liked it more than Hikaru no Go, but I did like it more than Demon Slayer, so I'll put it there. I think that's a fair place to put it. Runie will finish this list before 2025. I'm finishing it tonight. So, believe me. Alright. My Hero Academia. I dropped this. I'll put it at the top of my dropped list. I thought it started out okay. I was never like, woo, super, super, super into it. I read the manga up to the Endeavor arc. And I didn't really mean to drop it. I had caught up at that point. There wasn't any more chapters, and so I was like, oh, I'll let some more chapters come out and then I'll read it. And then I never did, and then as time went on, I didn't really have the desire to keep reading it. So I was like, I'm not gonna force myself to read it when there's other things that I want to read more. So it wasn't like a purposeful, it's not like I decided one day to drop it like I did Hell's Paradise or Gangsta, but I kind of accidentally dropped it. I don't see myself picking it up again anytime soon. I mean, I don't have like major hate in my heart for it. It just didn't capture my interest as much as other manga and series have. So, yeah. I think I've seen some of the movies that came out, but I haven't watched much of the anime at all. I think I've only seen just like a handful of episodes, but I did read it, so. Yeah, if I hear that it gets fantastic, incredible down the line, then maybe I'll check it out again. But after the war arc, it went downhill. Although he simped for Toga. Oh, that's true. Naruto is coming up. Okay. Obviously, we have to put this in classic. I don't think anyone's gonna fight me on this. We have to put it in classic. Now, I can't totally rate this completely fairly because I did not finish it. I haven't finished it. I have not consumed this in its whole entirety. So I feel like I can't be super, super unbiased when ranking it, but I also recognize that it is like an iconic show. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put it behind Hunter x Hunter, but I'm gonna put it up there, because, I mean, it's Naruto. It's clearly a classic. People love it for a reason. And the stuff that I did watch, I did like. So I just haven't gotten around to watching it in its full entirety. I might read it instead. That'll probably be better than me. Date veo. So I'll put it up there, because you kind of, I feel like you have to. You just have to. But it's not better than Hunter x Hunter or Dragon Ball for me. Yeah, reading does seem a lot better, because I've heard that there's some crazy amounts of filler in it. And, well, it's a pacing thing. It really is a pacing thing. Maybe if I watched it at 1.5 speed, that might have been my problem, is when I got to Shippuden, it really was dragging. I liked the original run of Naruto, and then when I got to Shippuden, it just dragged and dragged and dragged. Perhaps I wasn't watching things at 1.5 speed yet. Perhaps if I had watched it at 1.5 speed, I would have finished it. Even 2 times speed won't save the filler, just read it. That sounds like a plan. I can do that. I can do that for sure. I do feel like we are kind of past the era of really terrible amounts of filler in our shonen. Because I just feel like it used to be a staple. It happened in One Piece, it happened in Naruto, it happened in the original run of Hunter x Hunter, it happened in Bleach. But I think as series have come out nowadays, they're a lot more, at least the ones I've watched, I feel like they're more careful about not putting as much filler in. Yeah, the seasonal thing definitely happens, or definitely helps it a lot, for sure. There's no fixing Shippuden's filler. It's just the same thing looped over and over. I've heard that is also a problem with Boruto. I haven't seen any of Boruto, but I've heard that it has a major filler problem. And that is a modern show, so I don't know what's going up with that. I don't know what they're doing over there. But I have heard endless complaints about it. I mean, it must be good in some sense because people are still watching it, but I don't know. I hear and see a lot of complaints. It was only good when they were time travel? Sunk cost? Oh no. Boruto's dad is pretty cool. Wish we got a series based off of him. Yeah, wouldn't that be so cool? Wouldn't that be super, super cool? I wanted to say based off of I want to say we should get one based off of the daughter, but I can't remember her name. I don't know what her name is. Sasuke's daughter? We should get one based on her dad too. Black Clover had a cool filler arc after the war arc. Wish the other fillers were like that. I wasn't super impressed with the Black Clover fillers, but again, I watched them at 1.5 speed, so it was effortless. It was effortless. We sped through them. The time travel was filler? Don't ask me, I don't know. Naruto made money, hence we got Boruto. That does happen sometimes. That does happen. But it stinks that they had to put so much filler in it. Because it sounds like it could be really good without that. I've heard that some of the fight scenes are crazy good, but I haven't watched any of them yet, so oh well. One Piece may not have a lot of filler, but it pays with the absolute garbage pacing. When Toei have nothing, they just do a recap episode. The pacing really is so bad. Now, since I picked up watching the anime, there truly hasn't been a lot of filler that I've seen, but it's just very slow pacing. They just drag scenes out. The manga is so much better. Manga is so much better. I regularly want to watch One Piece on 1.5 speed. I want to watch it at 1.5 speed. If I ever go through and watch it all the way from the beginning, though, I'll just watch all of it. I might watch it at 1.5, but I will watch the whole thing because I love the series that much, and it's brought me so much joy. I feel like I owe it. I feel like I owe it to it. So that's probably, as a loyal Runatic, you're tangenting. Oh no! Wait a minute! Thank you, my loyal Runatic. Much appreciated. Who is this heretic? Don't you guys bully them. Don't you bully them. Okay, Noragami. Noragami's art is so pretty. I think when I would rank Noragami's manga covers like up there, probably in the top 5 of the prettiest ever. They're so pretty. Blue Exorcist is up there too. Black Butler is also up there, which is the most beautiful cover art. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. As a series, I thought it was okay. I definitely wouldn't put it in classic, but I did like Noragami. I did like it. I'm thinking either bottom of very good or top of okay is probably where I would put it. I think it deserves to be. I think it deserves to be in very good. I'm gonna put it in very good, but I'm not gonna put it above Konosuba. I'm gonna put it there. But yeah, I did like Noragami. I thought the characters were all pretty endearing, and really, you know what got me was just the art. I think that's what really got me. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, we're not playing games here. I don't need to wax poetic about One Piece to you guys. You know. It's an absolute masterpiece, and it goes behind Golden Kamui. That's what happens. No, it's not the opposite of One Piece, because I really like One Piece's art. I've said it many times, but I like unique art styles. I really appreciate when the characters have different sizes and shapes. Like, if you can just draw like an eyeball, a nose, and a mouth, and I can tell what character it is, I'm happy with that. If I can look at the silhouette of a character without their hair and know reasonably what character that is, I enjoy that a lot. And you don't always get that with anime. Personally, I really like the One Piece art style. I love how cartoony it is. I love how expressive it is. I think it really suits the world and the style of storytelling that Oda has. I find it aesthetically pleasing. I like how colorful it is. I like all of the character designs. They're very fun. I like it. Skip 2 hours. No, I'm stopping there. I'm not too biased to rate it because I feel objectively correct. see, if I put any of the I am too biased, if I put any of those in Masterpiece, I feel like possibly I would be objectively not correct. But I put these in Masterpiece because I feel I am objectively correct. Not bias, only truth. Now that you think about it, what got you into One Piece to begin with? And was there a moment that for sure made you a super fan? Oh, gosh. Well, I got into it because I had seen it around for years and years and years, and I had some demons who really liked it, and they were like, Runie, why have you not read this yet? You are going to love it. You need to read it. And I didn't have a reason for not reading it. I just hadn't gone around to it. So I just got into it. And as far as, I'm trying to think of exactly what the moment would have been when I was like, oh, I really like this. I really like this. And I don't know for sure. I would have to think about it harder to figure out exactly what the moment was. But I will say that I started really loving it pretty early on. I started loving it in the East Blue for sure. I was hooked in even by then. To be honest, I was hooked in by the time we got to Usopp. You know what? I think I will say this. I think that I really felt locked in on Mihawk's introduction. Because Mihawk's introduction, which I talked about just the other day, was one of those moments that I was like, this is so purposeful and so clever and so well executed. And I'm just in. I'm so interested. I want to know what the new world is like. I want to know what the Grand Line is like. And I think that's probably where it really hooked me. But I already liked it quite a lot. It did humble the cast, that's for sure. Reading it, you were hooked by Baratier too. Yeah. It's good. It's good. What's the worst devil fruit? I would have to think about that one. I'll have to think about that one and get back to you, because there's a lot of really bad devil fruits. The first one that comes to mind is the guy who can like turn himself into a jacket. He can turn himself into a jacket, and then somebody has to put on the jacket, and then he controls their body. Is it the jacket fruit? That one's pretty bad. That one's pretty bad. Foxy's devil fruit is good. You're whack for that. Foxy's devil fruit is very useful. No. I'm moving on now. Look at this. Look how good we are. Look how short that One Piece tangent was. One Punch Man. One Punch. Where do I put One Punch? Okay, so I have only watched the very first season. I have been told that the rest is, mid. First season was peak, rest was mid. So I cannot rank the other seasons because I've only seen the first season. In my opinion, it didn't feel like it needed anything more, which is why I didn't watch anymore. You guys know I've complained about this a million times. Sometimes series just need to stop. End. You're over. You're done. Goodbye. Close the book. Close it. Put your pen down. And when I found out One Punch was getting more seasons, I really did not understand the reason why. There's only one more season? Okay. When I heard it was getting more, I just thought that's completely unnecessary. But we didn't need this. I felt very satisfied with the first season. Yeah, they gotta know when to quit. They gotta know when to stop cooking. For sure. One Punch Man manga is a good way to see why it should continue. Now, I haven't read the manga, so I cannot speak to that. I can only speak to the anime, which I personally felt satisfied with the first season. Right, because it was a parody. That's the other thing, is how far can you stretch the parody joke? I mean, at the core concept of it, it's just one big joke. And how far can you really stretch that before you've kind of warped the joke? Like, as a superhero show, if they keep going and they keep raising the stakes and they keep making it more serious, then all of a sudden it's not it's not satire anymore. It's become the thing that it was making fun of, right? It's a weird thing. Oh, you know, I did see that they're opening up an anime studio, which is exciting because their artwork is incredible. Their artwork is so beautiful. Well, you guys know how I feel about Eyeshield 21, so I will definitely be keeping my eye open for that, because that has potential just based on that mangaka's talent alone, for sure. All right, One Punch Man, where do I put it? I think I'm gonna put it in very good, with the caveat that I'm talking about season 1. And I'm gonna put it, did I like it more than Kill la Kill? No, I didn't. I'm gonna put it here. Above Blue Lock, but behind Kill la Kill. I think that feels fair to me. I think that feels fair to me, so. He did an entire chapter in One Punch Man that was just Sakura frames of a character flying. Oh, I think I've seen someone post that, because didn't they post like a comparison to then how it was animated, and it looked better in the manga panels, like if you just animated the manga panels than it did in the actual final animation, which is bonkers. All right, Oshinoko. I don't care. I really don't care what you say. I didn't like it. I didn't watch the anime, so I can't talk about the anime. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I read it, and I dropped it pretty quickly. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Well, we were just talking. One of my big issues with it is something that we were just talking about, which was like, why was there reincarnation? It just felt so ham-fisted. I was not sold. They didn't do a good enough job of convincing me that the reincarnation was gonna mean something other than plot fodder, if that makes sense. And that's a huge pet peeve of mine. Huge pet peeve of mine. And I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It didn't hit for me. I didn't think it was that great. And I didn't watch the anime. And I do agree that the opening is a very cute song. I'm not saying the opening is a bad song. It's very cute. But why didn't they go with a more classic J-pop idol sound? I mean, I felt like when I read the manga, like it felt she felt very like classic, even kind of like maybe even like 90s, you know what I mean? Like 90s J-pop idol. And so it felt very uncanny to me when they did something so modern sounding that sounded more like Vocaloid to me than idol, which I know some idol music has been going in that direction. That's fine. I don't necessarily think it's bad. It just felt very against the spirit of what it was just very unexpected. I did not expect it, and I think it would have been better I would have been more likely to watch it if they had done something more classic J-pop idol for the OP. That's what I think. So, isn't that the point, to go against the spirit? No, I definitely don't think that's their point. I think they're definitely trying to sell you on her idol spirit. I mean, they're basically like, there's this scene where the guy literally stabs her and then she still treats him kindly because he was a fan. They're not trying to go... No. I don't think that's what they're trying to do. I don't know what they're trying to do. The theming was all over the place. The theming was pretty much non-existent. So, I dropped it. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, Parasyte. Parasyte was okay. I liked it. The opening was fun. I always got hyped listening to the opening. Parasyte, I wouldn't put it in very good though. I'm gonna put it in okay. I mean, I would watch it again. It's been a while since I've watched it. I would watch. You would put it in brain rot, really? It wasn't quite funny enough to go in brain rot. If it was funny, I would be tempted to put it in brain rot, but I didn't really find it funny. I'm gonna put it in okay. I'll put it like here. I would watch it again. I would definitely watch it again. I mean, it wasn't like stellar, like super memorable, but I thought it was solid. I finished it. Me who hasn't watched 90% of these, I like your funny words, evil woman. Thank you for the super. No, yeah, thank you for the super. I thought the body horror was fun. I like, my preference though is non-gory body horror. I actually really like non-gory body horror. What I mean by that is like One Piece has a lot of non-gory body horror. I mean, Luffy's body horror all over the place, right? The Arrancar in Bleach, how they have the holes in their bodies, I really enjoy that. I think that's fun. But when things get too bloody, too gory, I don't necessarily dislike it, but I don't like it as much. I prefer my body horror to be minimal amounts of blood and gore, right? But I thought Parasyte was fine. It had a little bit of stuff that I liked, body horror wise, and it had a little bit of gore too. It was fine though. It was fine. It definitely wasn't too much for me. You think that's a take, that Luffy is body horror? Are you kidding me? This man can wrap his arms around you like a noodle. He could literally strangle you like a snake. He blows up his arms to like bigger than his body. He shrivels. You gotta be joking with me. You gotta be joking with me right now. You gotta be joking with me right now. Every man can do that? No, they can't. No, they can't. They definitely can't. That is definitely body horror. Maybe I think it passes because people don't think about it too much, because it's, you know, just silly goofy most of the time. But sit down and actually think about the stuff that is happening. Ember! Thank you for coming, Ember. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome. We are doing an anime 100 anime. It's actually 102 anime ranking stream. I'm almost done. I'm definitely going to be finishing tonight. So thank you guys for coming. Chainsaw Man and Bad My Heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you liked it. I didn't. I did not like it. But, if you guys are wondering, because I see people just pop into the chat randomly and are like, why is Chainsaw Man bad? You'll have to watch the first. I ranked that in the first video. So if you want to hear all my thoughts on it, you'll have to go back and watch that one. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Why isn't Golden Kamui in brain rot? I don't think it counts as brain rot. I think it's very thoughtful and well written. It definitely does not belong in brain rot. Ping Pong! Ping Pong is fantastic. I don't know if you guys have watched Ping Pong or not. I guess it's technically a sports shonen, but it feels completely separate to me. It's just very fun. The art style and animation is very cool. It's beautiful. I really, really liked it. Base Chainsaw Man take. And it's how you discovered my channel? Oh boy. Oh boy. Thank you for the super. Yes, I love Katsukyo Hitman Reborn. I love, love, love Katsukyo Hitman Reborn. I'm not sure where to put Ping Pong. I don't want to put it in classic. I don't feel like it necessarily belongs in classic. I'm definitely going to put it in very good because it's just solid. It's beautiful. It's 100% worth the watch. I don't think there's really anybody that I don't think that there's anybody I wouldn't recommend it to, if that makes sense. Like, if you like anime, I think in general, you're probably gonna like Ping Pong. And it's not even very long. I think it's just 12 episodes. I'm not gonna put it in Masterpiece, but I am gonna put it... I'm not gonna put it in Masterpiece, I'm not gonna put it in Classic, but I will put it in Very Good. I'm gonna put it high up in Very Good. I'm gonna put it here. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it here. I've gotten further in Freyrin. I've gotten a lot further in Freyrin, and it just keeps getting better and better. I'm happy that I took a bet and put it up pretty high and very good, because my bet is paying off so far. Because it is just getting better the more I watch it. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's so good. I know a lot of people who won't watch it because of the art style. I mean, everybody has their preferences. You guys know me, I don't know. It doesn't have to be pretty for me to like it. It can be ugly as long as it's like, as long as it fits. As long as I feel like it fits the storytelling and the characters, and as long as it's still like aesthetically pleasing in some sort of way, I like it. I like it. It can be a little ugly. It can be a little ugly. It doesn't bother me. Have you ever watched Tatami Galaxy by the same director? I have not. I've never even heard of that. I have not heard of that. Unless I heard of it and then forgot it. So. Da 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 da. I was told by a friend that Freyrin does Tolkien better. It does feel very Tolkien-esque to me, for sure. Maybe that's part of the reason I like it so much. It's not too late. You can push it to absolute masterpiece. I'm not ready to put it there. I'm not ready to put it there, but I do think it's really, really good. A seinen. Okay, I could totally see that. So instead of sports shonen, it's sports seinen. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, because I didn't feel completely comfortable saying it's like sports shonen. Like, it doesn't feel like it belongs in the same category as like Kuroko's basketball or Blue Lock, right? But it technically is about sports. Sports seinen. I like that. I like that. All right, Prince of Tennis. This is, okay. I will take the argument. That Prince of Tennis deserves the K and B slot more than K and B does. Because pretty much all of the things I said about K and B and why I feel like it belongs in that slot, you could say a lot of the same things about Prince of Tennis. And I do like Prince of Tennis, but I like K and B better. I like K and B better. So I am going to put it in very good. I wouldn't put it in brain rot. If we're talking sports brain rot, that would be like Inazuma 11, which I don't know if I put in here or not. I didn't put Inazuma 11 in here. What is wrong with me? Inazuma 11 I would put in brain rot. But I wouldn't put Prince of Tennis in brain rot. And the only reason I would even consider putting it in classic is just because, like, well, go back, listen to all the reasons I said about K and B. But I like K and B a good bit better, so I'm just gonna put it, I might even put it in okay. I might even put it in okay. I don't know. I don't know where to put it. I mean, I like Baby Steps more than I like Prince of Tennis. I do. I like Prince of Tennis better than Haikyuu though, so I'll put it here. I'll put it there. It belongs higher, I'm sorry. Sadly, I'm not an anime fan, but you'll trust me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super. You are in fantastic hands. There is nobody that you will find in this great, wide YouTube streamer universe that is as trustworthy as yours truly, Runie Ruse. You are in very, very capable, dependable hands, and you have nothing to fear. So relax, let your guard down, welcome in. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy to have your trust. Next up, okay. I dropped Ranking of Kings. I have major issues with Ranking of Kings. I have major issues with it. Now, very unfortunately, I remember when I finished it, I was very upset. And I literally wrote thousands and thousands of words describing all of the plot holes and all of the poor, inconsistent characterization and everything that I had a problem with. And then I lost that phone. And now I'm in a kind of precarious position because it's been a few years, so I can't remember everything that I disliked. But I also don't have my notes anymore. So the only real solution would be to rewatch it, and I don't know if I want to put myself through it again. Part of the reason that I felt so upset with it is that it could have been so good, and I literally was enjoying the heck out of it. It started out so good. I love the art style. I love the world that they built. I liked a lot of the characters. I was in. I was so in. They sucked me in, and I was ready, and I was really enjoying it. And then by the end, it did not make any sense. It literally didn't even make any sense. I remember specifically there was one episode with King Boss, right? It's when he's in his son's body. And it's like 1 second he's like, no, I have to protect the mirror. And then literally nothing happens. And then like 2 seconds later, he's like, you have to crush the mirror. I was like, dude, what's going on in your head? I literally cannot follow. And that's why I know I did finish everything that was out at the time, but I didn't go on to watch any more, and I'm not going to, because let him cook, no! And also, one of my biggest pet peeves with villains is, like, I just need to understand. I don't need to agree with them by any means. I don't need to agree. I just need to understand their logic. I need to know why they went from A to B, and it needs to make sense, like, plan-wise. And I feel like the villain in this, I forget, what's her name? Starts with an M. I don't understand what she was doing. Like, I don't understand what she was doing. I don't understand how her whole thing even got, Miranjo. It was just... I mean, that's the thing, pure evil is also good, but she wasn't pure evil. They were definitely trying to make her like a redeemable, understandable, like human sort of villain, which I tend to actually like, you know? Like, I'm not totally against that. I'm not against redeeming a villain either, or having it be nuanced. I mean, Golden Kamui is one of my favorite things in the whole world, and it's extraordinarily nuanced. There's really not clear villains for most of the story. Everything's, you know, a grain of salt from their own life experiences and positions. I like stuff like that. But I feel like Ranking of Kings completely missed the mark. It just ended up feeling very muddied, and it was very unsatisfying. I felt so unsatisfying. No feeling is stronger than that of an anime being so frustrating. You need to write an essay. Based, sensible villain enjoyer. So I felt like it did have a whole bunch of potential. And there were still things that I really liked about it. I loved the art. The art and the animation was beautiful no matter what. I mean, it was just really nice. But I didn't like how it went. I didn't like how it went. It felt to me like they were writing it as they went. And I know that they didn't. I know it's based on a manga, but it felt to me like improv. Does that make sense? It felt to me like maybe the first few episodes were written and then the rest of it was improv, and it just got really crazy. And I did not enjoy it, so... Sorry. Ranking of Kings only goes at the top of Dropped because it is so beautiful. It's so beautiful that I have to put it up there. So, just curious how hamster sushi tastes. Oh, it's indescribable. It's absolutely indescribable. All I can say is you gotta get some for yourself. Find some for yourself. I didn't watch the animation of Oshinoko. I read the manga and I didn't like it. Ranma 1/2. I loved Ranma 1/2. I read this when I was a very young child. I've never seen the anime, so I don't know what the anime is like as far as Ranma 1/2 goes, but I've read the entire manga on multiple occasions. Ranma really pulls the rug out from under you because it really looks like things are going to resolve in the last chapter. You really think you're gonna get like this closure, and then everything goes crazy and it all ends up back to exactly the way it started before. And I don't know if I love that or if I feel absolutely betrayed and horrified by it. I genuinely can't decide. I genuinely can't decide. But I love Ranma. It's iconic to me. I guess I don't really have a good idea of how popular it is, like in the wider community. So I don't know if it belongs in Classic. Do you guys think it belongs in Classic? I don't know how it's received. I know I like it, but I guess I don't really know if a lot of people have even seen it. Okay, you would say it was a classic? Classic for sure? It's a classic to me. Okay. Yes? Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna put it in Classic then. Gosh, I liked it better than Inuyasha. I'm gonna put it here. That feels like a good place for it. Ranma 1/2 is so good. It's so, hi Punko! It's so good. I love Ranma. Funniest story is, I was very, very young when I was reading the manga, and I rented it from a library. I don't know who this amazing creature was who donated to the public library their entire collection of Ranma 1/2 manga. But it was at the library, so I would rent it, and then I would take it to school. And then, the thing is there's naked bodies in Ranma. There was naked bodies. And so I knew that if I got caught with it, that I would get in trouble and that it would be taken away from me. So I used to read it like, I would barely open the pages and make sure that there wasn't a naked body on it before I opened it all the way up. You would have killed in Minecraft for that. Yeah, it was good. I really liked it. I honestly want to know, because I grew up in a small town. I don't feel like there was any reason for there to be a bunch of manga at the library, but there was. There was so much. I mean, I read most of Fruits Basket from the library. I read all of Ranma 1/2. I read Love Hina. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what other one. I read a lot of manga that was just donated to my public library. And what was good was that, good or bad, depending on how you look at it, the librarians did not know what manga was. So they had actually set up the manga station. It was like right besides the kids' books. And I mean little. I was little. I'm talking elementary school, little. And they would just let me check it out. because it had cartoons on the front, they just let me check it out. I read some things that I probably should not have read. I also watched things that I should not have watched, because it was the same thing at the video rental place. Have you guys ever seen the animated movie Kite? Have you guys seen Kite? Because I rented that when I was in elementary school. And I watched that, and I will never forget. I will never forget. The Blockbuster, they didn't know, man. They had no idea. They're like, yeah, it's cartoons. It's fine. You guys know I did not like that. But I also haven't seen it since I was a kid, so it's been so long. I mostly remember like the final scene and being absolutely frustrated out of my mind. Not to spoil it, but I remember, the last scene is like, she's escaped from her abuser and the guy that had her like working as an assassin and whatever, and she's gonna run away with this guy her age that she likes, and he's gonna go to the store or something, and she's waiting there for him in their little hideout. But what has happened that she doesn't know is that the guy who basically groomed her was like already grooming another little girl. And I just remember they're like playing basketball, and then the guy's like walking to the store and the girl like shoots and kills him. And then like the very last scene is like a zoom in on the main girl, and she says something hopeful like, "'Cause he's gonna come back and we're gonna be happy forever." And then she like looks at the camera and she's like, "Right?" And then it ended. If I remember it completely, that's how it ended. And I was not okay with that. That was not okay with me. I was very upset. I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. I did not recover. Clearly, I did not recover because I'm 95 years old and I remember that much from watching it one time as a very small child. Scarred. Absolutely scarred. Maybe I would watch it again. Maybe I would. I'm 95. I turned 96 in October. So where does it go on the list? Brain rot, I guess? It goes in brain rot. I don't know where else to put it. It rotted my brain, that's for sure. It rotted my brain, at least a little bit. It made me well-rounded. Oh, ReZero. Alright. I have to put this in I'm too biased to rank it because I love Emilia so much with my whole heart and soul. Emilia is one of my #1 waifus. I love her. I would die for her. So I can't put it in anything else. I have to put it in I'm too biased to rank it. And I'm gonna put it here. That's how I feel. I love Emilia. The rest of the show could literally go, could become utter, horrible, tasteless trash. And as long as Emilia exists, I will be watching it. I will be watching Subaruuni. Just call me Subaruuni. Just call me Subaruuni because I love Emilia. Rim? Who is Rim? Who's Rim? Never heard of her. Never heard of her. There is only Emilia. Emilia-tan! She won't become utter unlikable trash. It's impossible. It's impossible. Through the sheer power of ultimate waifu energy. Otto and Minerva, both best girl. Minerva's great. I like Otto too. Minerva is also a best girl. Not quite as best girl as Emilia, but she comes in clutch. I'm behind on the light novel, so I actually did not know that about Rim. I need to catch up. You're 95, turning 95 in October. See my dono. Sorry, I missed it. Thank you. Hi, as you are an Idolmaster fan, have you seen or considered buying Bandai's 30ms Idolmaster line of models? I've built a couple in the standard line up. Nice quality and great addition to your collection. No, I have not considered doing that, but you should post pictures of yours and show on Twitter. Show me on Twitter. I want to see. Subaru, best boy. I like Subaru. I like Subaru. He's fine. I mean, he's cute. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. He's got short brown hair, okay? I don't know what you want from me. I can't beat the allegations. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Yeah, Emilia deserves better. Emilia deserves me. Subaruuni. Alright, Rurouni Kenshin. Obviously, I have to put this in classic. I grew up watching Rurouni Kenshin. I've always really liked Rurouni Kenshin. I will say that I've been trying to watch the reboot, and I haven't been enjoying it. I don't know if maybe I'm just not in the right mindset, or maybe watching it episode to episode just isn't hitting. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm glad I'm seeing other people that have dropped it. I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't feel the same to me. It's not the same. It makes me just want to go back and watch the original or read it. I actually own some of it. I don't actually have a lot of manga, but I do own some of Rurouni Kenshin. But yeah, this was a classic growing up to me. I mean, it's the Batosai. What are you supposed to say? I'm gonna put it probably right behind Bleach. I feel like that. I like the OVAs. Rurouni Kenshin! Subaruni and Rurouni Kenshin. I love that. Oh, I was just saying that. I have been trying to watch the remake. I think I got like 5 episodes in. I'll definitely finish it at some point, just because it's Rurouni Kenshin and I feel like I have to. It was like so big in my childhood. You know, it was truly one of the first anime that I really, really got into. Me and my brother used to watch it together. Actually, there's a funny story about me and my brother with Rurouni Kenshin. I wonder if he remembers this. So there's a character in Rurouni Kenshin. I don't remember what his name is. He's not that significant, but he comes in pretty early on, right before you get to like the first main villain, and he's really, really fat and he's tall, and his like belly, he's not like wearing a shirt, so his belly is out, and then he's got like what I'm guessing is his like belly button, and it's like at the bottom, it's at the bottom of where his pants line is. Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about? I wish I could remember. I wish I could remember what his name was. There's no way I would. He's really like an inconsequential villain. But yeah, you don't like where this is going. That's exactly where it's going. Basically, and I can't remember who was on what side of the argument, but we could not decide if that was his business poking out or if that was an outie belly button. Because I feel like there was also there was like a mark on the stomach that might have been just like a line down the stomach maybe. But it also could have been his actual belly button, and we argued about it endlessly. I genuinely can't even remember which side of the argument I was on at this point. I mean, it had to have been an outie, right? Saizuchi, let me see if that's who it is, because I'd love to show you guys a picture if so. I feel like I owe you guys a picture. Let me see, Saizuchi, Kenshin? No, it's not this guy. He's like really fat. He's a really fat character. I don't know what his name is. What a fascinating description. Yeah, it definitely had to be an out. It's Iwambo. Let me look it up. Iwambo. Let me see. Is it him? Yes, it's this guy. Okay, let me get like a good picture of him. Okay, I found it. Wait, this is so cursed. This is even more cursed than I remember it being, to be quite honest. This is definitely more cursed than I even recall. Now this is actually from a game, but I think it shows you like it's like a good representation of what I mean about the belly button. Do you guys understand the argument now? 'Cause like, for real, what is that? What is that? What is that? It's probably his belly button. It's probably his belly button. A tumor, perhaps. Perhaps a tumor. But that's the thing, yeah, is why is it so low? Because I feel like his belly button should be like here. Oh, this is what I must have been remembering about the stomach. So he's got this tattoo on his stomach, so you can't really see for sure. Like, I feel like it's possible that his belly button is actually here. I just like the proportions aren't working out for me. The proportions aren't working out for me. It's sus. It's very sus. I have another funny story when we get to YuYu Hakusho about me and my brother, but I'll save it for YuYu Hakusho when we get there. Yeah, if that's an outie though, that's wild. I still find that design to be extraordinarily sus. Extraordinarily sus. The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. I like this. I like it. I think it's funny. It's cute. I like it. I'm gonna put it at the top of. You would put it in classic. I definitely would not put it in classic. I'm either gonna put it at the top of okay or near the bottom of very good. It's super fun. It's not the funniest thing that I've ever. It's not the funniest thing I've ever watched, but it is definitely funny. It gave me a lot of laughs too, but I don't feel like it belongs. Like I can't put it next to these two. Because for me personally, it's not as funny. For me, it's not as funny. I will put it at the bottom of very good. That feels okay. That feels okay to me. But I definitely did like Saiki K, and it definitely did make me laugh. It's very cute. It's very cute. Alright. Sailor Moon. You guys know where this is going. You guys know where this is going. It has to go in classic. It's Sailor Moon. It's Sailor Moon. I don't even know what to say. It's Sailor Moon. And I'm gonna put it between, yeah, right next to Hunter x Hunter for reasons. Right next to Hunter x Hunter for reasons. I read a lot of the manga when I was a kid. Best Scout Runie, it's Sailor Jupiter. Sailor Jupiter was my favorite. Sailor Jupiter. Yep, so these authors are married, if you didn't know that. Sailor Moon's author and Hunter x Hunter's author. So I've also watched the reboot, yes, which I did enjoy. I did enjoy. So, yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. It's good. It's foundational. It's foundational. Alright. 7 Deadly Sins. Ooh, I dropped this. I dropped it. I'm gonna put it there. I enjoyed it more than I did Hell's Paradise, but I definitely dropped it. I don't think it was good. Okay, I'm glad that you guys agree, because I didn't know. That's another one that I wasn't quite sure how well received it was in the community, in the broad community. I just didn't really like it. It's good that you dropped it. I honestly did not get very far in. I think I got far enough in to like meet all of the core cast. And then, again, this is another one that I didn't purposefully drop. It wasn't like I decided one day I've had enough of this. I just didn't continue watching it. And next thing I knew, it'd been like 3 years and I hadn't watched another episode and I didn't really feel the need to. So, I really did not get very far in at all. I don't remember any of the characters' names, so I don't even know if I met Escanor or not. I don't even know. If it was one of like the main cast, then I did, because I think I met like all of the sins or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's the thing, is it just didn't hold my attention, and I didn't like. Yeah, I think a lot of what it comes down to is that none of the characters were really sticking out to me. I wasn't like I can't even remember any of their names. Like, I don't know. I wasn't into it. I wasn't into it. Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shujo. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm putting it an absolute masterpiece. I'm gonna put it here. It's good. It's very, very good. It's a beautiful story. It's beautifully animated. The voice acting is incredible. It introduced me to a whole new art form that I had never ever even heard of before. I really, really liked it. I really liked it. I think it was great. I don't have any complaints about the pacing, about the animation, about the characterization, about the story. It's solid. It doesn't go on too long. It's really well written. It's good. This series made me cry so much. I will never watch it again. I literally do not think I can watch it again. I can't watch it again. As much as I am praising it, I have never watched it again, and I don't think that I ever will. The thought of watching it again gives me anxiety. Like, my heart actually starts beating really fast. And I can't do it. Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, sorry. I always say Shinju. It's Shinju, this one. It's very emotional. It has, okay. Let me start off by saying this is not a bad trope. I don't think it's bad at all by any means. I personally just don't like this trope, and that is when a series shows you something really, really terrible that's going to happen, kind of right off the bat. So you go into it knowing, okay, this terrible, tragic thing is going to happen. And then it rewinds and takes you to the start. And then you get to slowly watch as all the little events snowball and eventually build up to this really horrible, sad event. I'm not saying that it's bad. Personally, it's just very difficult for me to watch things like that. It hurts me. It really hurts me. It hurts me because you have to sit there and watch these characters make these really innocuous mistakes. Like, they're not really doing anything wrong. They're just being human. They're just doing human things. Things that they never ever could have known were like going to lead to something so terrible. But you know, as the viewer, as the reader, and it hurts. It hurts. We're only human after all. I'm talking about Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. That's what I'm talking about. So, a melodramatic train wreck. It is a melodramatic train wreck. Absolutely. That's a good way to describe it. So, but I really do think that, it's beautiful. I think that it was well done. So, I will put it up there, but I don't think I could watch it again. I recommend you guys to check it out, but I personally cannot put myself through the emotional turmoil once again. Now I feel like you guys are gonna watch it and not even think that it's sad, but I'm a crybaby. I'm just reminding you that I'm a crybaby. It does not take much. It does not take much to make me sob until I feel like I'm gonna throw up, or I actually just throw up. It really doesn't take much. Runie, have you seen Plastic Memories? I have not. I have not. Is it good? Should I check it out? Thank you for the super. Alright. Silver Spoon. I really like Silver Spoon. I really like Silver Spoon. Have you guys, it's very wholesome. It's very comfy, it's cozy, it's wholesome. I like all the characters. I like the way that they animated the food. It was very yummy. The scene, I don't want to spoil things, but the scene where they make the bacon pizza. How did they make that? It was, I don't know how they did it. They pulled it off. They pulled it off. And it was tender. It was tender. And I liked it. It is the farming anime. And I agree that the main couple are so cute. And their romance is very cute to me. It reminds me a lot of the romance between Natsu and Ei-chan in Baby Steps. So, yes, I'm gonna pull this off. Look, we're almost done. We're doing very good. It's not even 8 yet. I would watch another season of Silver Spoon, for sure. Okay. Vinland Saga was the farming anime. I have also heard that about Vinland Saga, and that has been on my list to check out, but I have not checked it out yet. Oh, and I'm definitely going to be watching Dungeon Meshi. I'm gonna be watching that one with my demons, for sure. Farming anime is a guilty pleasure of mine, and Silver Spoon is one of my favorites. So happy you like it, and can't recommend it enough to other Runetics. Yay! Another Silver Spoon fan! Yay! It's so good! It's so good. I really like it. I'm gonna put it in very good because I like it. I might put it at the bottom of very good though. I'm gonna stick it there. I'm so positive that I would like Vinland Saga. From everything that I've heard about it, I definitely think that I would like it. But I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't gotten around to it yet. There's so much. Look at all of this. Look at all of this mess. There's so much. All right, Skate. I liked Skate. I'm gonna put it in okay. I liked Skate. It's so camp. I like Skate because it is extraordinarily camp. If you haven't seen it, like the main antagonist, what's his name? Adam? It's Adam, right? Adam is like, I can't even describe it. Oh, it's definitely, it basically is BL. It basically is BL. It's not. It does the sports anime thing that we were talking about before, where it skates the line to feed both audiences at the same time. So they get the target audience of like 12-year-old boys, but then they also get the Fujoshi audience, which is the ones that pay all the money. But I think it's cute, and I really, if it didn't have Adam in it, it would probably be very forgettable for me. Don't throw tomatoes at me for my puns. Actually, I think I gave you guys permission for that like just a few streams ago. But I can change my mind. I've rescinded my opinion. That was a good pun, and it was thrust upon me, okay? It was right there in front of me. What was I supposed to do? That one it wasn't my fault. That pun was thrust upon me. Silver Spoon gave me inspiration for my career in the amazing world of agriculture. It is an amazing anime. That makes me so... That's precious. That is so precious. It makes my whole heart feel like it's on fire. I am warmed. I am healed. This is why Silver Spoon had to go in very good. What the heck? That's so sweet. I love that. I'm gonna put Skate. I'm gonna put Skate in okay. But I did like it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm going to put it there. Alright, Slam Dunk! I like Slam Dunk. I don't know what to say. Slam Dunk is good. I like it. Maybe I have a bias for basketball. I don't know. Cause I don't care if we already have a bunch of sports stuff in classic. I'm putting it in classic. Oh, or I would consider Masterpiece. I would consider Masterpiece. But I think for now I'm gonna put it in classic. But I'll put it high up in classic. I'm gonna put it high up. I'm gonna put it behind Ice Shield, right there. Silver Spoon is pretty good. Have you seen Moyashimon? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. My list grows ever longer. Vinland Saga moves further and further from my reach as my list grows ever longer. But yeah, I mean, Slam Dunk is solid. It's really good. It's very fun. I like it. I like it. And you know what? I haven't watched the recent movie. I've seen like scenes from it, and stuff, but I actually haven't gotten to it yet. You guys know that I'm not watching Violet Evergarden. Are you kidding me? That's exactly the kind of show that I would not touch with a 10-foot pole. I'm a crybaby. I don't like crying. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. It probably is good. It probably is good. I'm sure it is. People get very emotional of it, or get very emotional about it. So it must have merit, right? No, no, no. No, I'm not watching A Silent Voice. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? No, no. A million miles away. I don't love a good cry. I know a lot of people find it therapeutic. Maybe it's therapeutic for people who don't cry very often, but I cry all the time. So it's not therapeutic to me. You know what it does? It makes me feel sick to my stomach. It makes me upset. It makes me anxious. And sometimes it gives me a migraine. I don't like to cry. If I'm going to cry, it has to be really good. Like, it has to be really, 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 really good. No, you're lying, April. Are you insane? Are you bonkers? I'm not touching it. I will never touch it. I won't touch it. I'm not watching Weathering with You either. All of those recent anime movies that look really pretty and look melancholy, I'm not watching any of them. I'm not watching any of them. Sometimes you have to suffer. I am willing to suffer, but I'm only willing to suffer if there's equal amounts of like laughter and like amazement, I guess. For example, like One Piece has made me cry. I've really lost it over One Piece multiple times. I've really lost it. But it's made me laugh and get excited. If not equal, then more. So it's okay. I can handle it. I can handle it. But if when it's something that Anohana, no. I'm not. I read the synopsis of Anohana and I cried. I cried from the synopsis. I'm not watching it. I did watch Angel Beats. I was tricked into it. I did not know what it was about. I didn't know what it was about, so I got tricked into it. So I did watch Angel Beats. But if I had known, I would not have watched it. I would not have watched it if I had known. Definitely watch Clannad. Equal laughter and sadness. Liar. I support lying, but I see through your nasty lies. I see through your nasty lies. To be honest, Silent Voice movie skipped a lot of the manga. I don't know. I'll never know because I'm not reading it and I'm not watching it. How about In This Corner of the World? Yeah. How do you say it in Japanese? Me and I? No. I haven't seen Welcome to the NHK. No, I haven't. Did you watch Dragon Ball or Naruto? Yes. I have not seen Beastars. Should I? That one looked interesting to me. It did not look particularly sad, but the fact that you're bringing it up during this discussion is making me very suspicious. Is it sad? Is it Beastars or Beastars? Made in Abyss? I mean, I've seen some of it. No. No. I will cry. I will cry. I actually did know that about Baki's daughter. I did know that somewhere in the recesses of my mind, and that's crazy. That's cursed knowledge. That feels like it should be written in my forbidden scroll. Absolutely cursed knowledge. You'll have to go back and watch for my reasoning on Anakagi, because I go into my feelings about it. Some of it's very personal. my ranking. You'll have to go back. I think I ranked that. Yeah, I ranked that on the first one. So you have to watch part 1. B-stars yesn't? What does that mean? What does that mean? I wouldn't say I love Demon Slayer, but I liked it. I read it and I liked it. I'm not watching Wolf Children. I'm not watching Wolf Children. I'm not watching it. No. Now, Demon Slayer did make me cry, but it also made me laugh a whole bunch too. And it also was just cool. Like, it was equally cool and funny as it was sad. So that one passes. That one passes for me. Grave of the Fireflies, I have seen it, unfortunately. I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting it. I'm actively forgetting it. I refuse to remember. I refuse. Ah, Toradora Children. Why does that sound familiar to me? Now, I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds familiar to me, so maybe or maybe not. Maybe or maybe you're not. Where is there comedy in Demon Slayer? Did you watch the same thing? Okay, that scene where Inosuke is trying to get on Tanjiro's nerves, and he's like, I'm gonna take this bed. And then Tanjiro's just like, okay. And then Inosuke's so salty. He's so freaking mad. That made me laugh so hard. I laugh every time I think about it. So funny. There was definitely humor in Demon Slayer. Definitely humor. Zenitsu can be funny sometimes. He misses a lot of the time. But yeah, he's also an example of like clearly meant to be comic relief. And like all of the sword makers, that's also very much so meant to be comic relief. So yeah. I propose sad anime batsu for Runie for particularly egregious puns. Punishment. No. No. Oh, have a good workout. Thank you for the supa. Have a good workout. 3 supas in a row because someone mentioned 86. 86? My pun? My punishment? That one was fed to me by chat, so you can't get mad at me for that. That was fed to me by chat, so you can't get mad at me for that one. I did not watch Hachiko. No, you can't throw tomatoes on me. That was fed to me. Slayers. Ugh, Slayers. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm thinking about the same thing. Because I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I rented Slayers from... I sure did. I rented Slayers from the video rental store when I was a kid. I have not seen that in so many years. I would definitely, you know, I'm definitely interested in rewatching it as an adult. Because pretty much all I remember is that she was trying to find, like, she was trying to find that fountain that she thought would make her boobs bigger. That's literally all I remember. I don't remember anything else. In my child mind, that's the only thing that stuck. But I will... I remember liking it though. I would definitely give it another... I would definitely... Lena? Okay, is she like the big booby one? The big booby one? Because I remember her. I remember her too. Oh, no, she's the main one. Oh, Lena's the main one. Oh, she's not a villain though. Wait, did I misread? Maybe I misread. I only remember... No, of course not. Of course that's not the case. Did I as a child want to find a fountain like that? Duh, of course I did. I was like, let me in. Let me in on this adventure. Around the same time, I also... Oppai! Boing, boing! Boing, boing! what was I saying? Oh, around that same time, I also rented, have any of you guys seen Vampire Princess Miyu? This was before, yeah, Zatchbell. I like Zatchbell. I've never seen the anime because I can't find it. I've been reading it. I'm pretty far into it, but I haven't quite finished it yet. But I'm pretty darn far into reading Zatchbell. But I couldn't find the anime anywhere. I couldn't find it. I couldn't even find it through not so scrupulous means. And yes, I know there's like more manga coming out, so I really want to catch up. Vampire Princess Miyu, I can't really remember much about it. It was before I grew a distaste for vampires, so I do remember liking it. I remember very specifically there was one scene where she like starts to form fire in her hand from like behind her back. And I just thought that the shot looked really, really cool. So I paused the TV there and I drew that panel like over and over and over in my sketchbook, which I think unfortunately is lost to time. But for a very long time, I had this old sketchbook from my childhood where there was just like 10 pages in a row of me drawing this one scene from Vampire Princess Miyu. I liked the ribbon in her hair too. I thought that was very cool. I am a new One Piece fan. I started One Piece in 2022. I started One Piece in 2022. So. No, I have not. I've not watched Bastard. So. Oh, yeah, I'm new. I'm new. I am new. But honestly, and I'm up to date. Yes. I'm up to date. Like I said, it only took me 4 months. It only took me 4 months to catch up. So I started in October 2022, and I was caught up by January 2023. But I read the manga, I didn't watch the anime. And then, since then, I've just been keeping up with the manga updates. Wow, time has really flown. It's been almost a year since I caught up, which is pretty crazy. Wow. Time really flies. Time really flies. Oh, did I miss a tip? Let me double check. I don't see one that I missed. I don't see one that I missed. I hope I'm right. I'm definitely gonna finish the list. You guys did not believe in me. But I schemed and I plotted and I planned, and I'm proving you all wrong. I'm proving you wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't have caught up unless I watched it 1.5 speed and like didn't have a job. Then maybe I could have caught up. But as I've told you guys before, very surprisingly, running a demon army is in fact a Monday through Friday 8 to 5 job. So when I was reading One Piece, I was reading it for the hour on my lunch break, and then I'd read it for maybe an hour before I went to bed. Oh my goddess. Oh my goddess. We talked about that last stream, I think, right? We talked about that in part 2, I think. All right, moving on. You believed in me? No, you didn't. Don't even lie to me right now. Soul Eater. Ugh, where do I put Soul Eater? I don't even know where to put Soul Eater right now. I'm leaning towards classic. I love Soul Eater. That first opening, so good. I know the general opinion is that the ending was really bad and that the manga is a lot better, but I still think that it earns a classic. I think it still earns a classic spot, and I would be open to a remake. The opening is literally perfect. It's so good. It's so Paper Moon. Love it. Absolutely love it. I would be really hyped for a remake. I really would. I really liked Medusa. I liked all the characters though. All right, I'm gonna put it in classic. I I liked it better than Inuyasha. I don't know if I liked it better than Ranma 1/2, so I'm gonna put it here. You wonder why? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. I actually have not seen or read Fire Force. And to be honest, I didn't have any interest in it until I realized that their universes are connected. Now that I know that the universes are connected, I do feel inclined to maybe check out Fire Force. And pretty much for that reason only, because other than that, I mean, it didn't look bad to me necessarily. It just didn't stand out enough to like want to jump to it, if that makes sense. There's just a lot of other things I'd rather check out first. Just the stuff that I've seen hasn't grabbed my attention enough to move it up on my list. So, but now that I know the universes are connected, maybe I will. maybe I will. Sword Art Online. I actually didn't really like Sword Art Online. I didn't hate it. And I haven't watched all of it. I watched the first season and the second season. However, I do best worst anime. You think I should put in Brain Rot? I'm willing to put it in Brain Rot because I don't think that it's necessarily very good. But it also, like, it's in the zeitgeist, right? I mean, I feel like everyone I know has watched it. I literally can't think of a single demon who watches anime in my life who has not watched Sword Art Online, you know? So it feels like disingenuous to like put it in okay or put it in bad. So perhaps I will put it in Brain Rot. This is my catch-all category, right? This is what this category is for. Classic rot. I mean, I could, but that's the crazy thing, is I could see an argument for classic just because of how, like, just because of its notoriety, you know? Just because of the notoriety of it. I could see an argument for classic, but I'm not gonna put it there because I don't wanna see it next to these. I'm gonna put it in Brain Rot. I'll put it here. It's so hard to get it in that second spot. I'll put it here. Sword Art Online may not be great, but it isn't nearly as bad as the haters make it out to be. Now, I didn't watch the later seasons, so I don't know. And maybe my impression is wrong. The impression that I got is that people really dislike the later seasons. And I didn't watch those, so I can't talk about those. But also maybe my impression is wrong. I don't always have the best idea. I have learned through doing these streams that I don't always have the most accurate impression of what the greater community likes. But I would say the first season was okay. It was okay. I'm comfortable putting it in Brain Rot. I'm comfortable. You've heard the reverse, so who knows? Who knows the truth? Who knows the truth? Why over JoJo? I think because I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed JoJo, and I know more people who have watched it than I know people who have watched JoJo. So that's why I put it in the second slot. Even though I know more people who have watched Sword Art Online, and arguably I did enjoy it more than I enjoy Baki, Baki is just the pinnacle of Brain Rot, so nothing will top it. Nothing will top Brain Rot. Brain Rot Baki. You know, if I'm anything, it's brave. Well, no, if I'm anything, it's trustworthy. And if I'm anything besides trustworthy, it's brave. Yes, yes, yes. Truly, 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 truly. Baki is exceptional Brain Rot. Because the thing is, I feel like Baki's trying to be Brain Rot, and it's killing it. It's hitting the mark. It's absolutely hitting the mark. All right. Tenchi Muyo. I am due for. Should I put it in classic? Part of me is like, I might put it in I'm too biased, but I'm also willing to put it in classic. I don't know if I'm willing to put it in masterpiece. I'm either gonna put it in I'm too biased or classic. You know what? I'm gonna go with classic. I really loved Tenchi Muyo. It's good. That was the first, it was one of the first ones I've watched too. It was one of the first ones I've watched too. This list has given me new life as well as cancer. Yeah, that seems to be the trend. That's the tomatoes and the roses. It's tomatoes, then it's roses, then it's tomatoes, then it's roses, then it's tomatoes, and it's roses. You know, I gotta keep you guys on your feet. I gotta keep you guys on your feet. I'm gonna put it here. This feels like a good spot for me. There are high highs and there are low lows. We're back, then it's over. Then we are so back, then it's over. Alright. Put aside Love Hina. I like Love Hina more than Tenchi Muyo. But that's why, listen, Love Hina is in I Am Too Biased for a reason. I like Love Hina. Where Bebop and Trigun go is the make or break. We'll get there. They're at the very end. They're at the very end. Have you watched Tenchi Muyo War on Giminar, which is about his brother? I have not. I have not. In the midst of It's So Over, I found a little bit of We're So Back. Don't worry. This is the last stream that I'll put you through it. This is you just have to endure this one more stream. I didn't put Black Lagoon on here, but I have watched it. I have watched Black Lagoon. Tokyo Revengers. I'm trying to decide where to put it. I'm putting it here. No, I'll put it here. I dropped it. Actually, I'm a liar, and this is not an anime tier list, because a lot of these, I have not seen the anime, I've only read the manga. For a whole bunch of these. I've not kept up with the statistics, but for most of these, I've only read the manga. And I haven't actually watched the show. Tokyo Revengers is a good example of that. I read the manga. And I was very much so enjoying it. You feel betrayed? Mwah. Does that make up for it? Does that make up for the betrayal? You have been rused. Yes, I am a scammer. A scammer and an evil liar. I dropped the manga. Okay, so I mean this is gonna be spoilers for Tokyo Revengers. But I got through basically the whole first section. I got through the first time loop. And it really looks like it's going to end. And up to that point, I genuinely loved it. I really liked Tokyo Revengers. If it had just ended, then I would probably be putting it in very good. Like, it would be highly regarded. In particular, I really liked the way that the villain died. This is major spoilers. But this is kind of similar to my pet peeve with reincarnation plots, is I don't really like time looping to just be used as a gimmick. That's not super interesting to me. And it was definitely feeling a little gimmicky to me, but then they sold me on it at the very end because the way that the villain died, I felt like was very poetic and tied into the themes of everything, and it tied really well into the time travel aspect. Because, just to summarize, basically, main character, good guy, he has the ability to go back in time, and he keeps trying to fix the future, and every time he changes something, the villain also changes something in that timeline. So when he goes back to the future, it still goes bad, and then he has to go back to the past again and try to fix it, and then the villain also changes it, and then this keeps happening. And so while this is going on, the main character gets the impression that the villain also has time travel powers. Like he thinks that that villain also is doing the same thing that he is. That's the only thing that he can think, because it seems so perfectly, like he just perfectly navigates all of his moves to end up getting his way every time, right? So, and I also thought that that might be the case. I literally thought that that might be the case too. And if that was the case, I wouldn't have been super crazy about it. But what ends up happening is at the very end, main character is chasing down the villain, and he's basically accusing him of time traveling. And this character is like at the villain is at the brink. You can just tell he's like at the brink, and he stops in the middle of the road and he turns around. I can remember this panel so clearly because it shook me. It was such a good villain death, because he looks at the main character and is basically like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not time traveling. And that's when the main character realizes that the villain has been helpless in this whole situation. Like, he's just going after his own goal, and he knows that something's going on, and his plans keep getting thwarted, and he has to change and he has to adapt. And while the main character got chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance through the time travel and failed and failed and failed and failed and failed and failed, the villain only had one chance this entire time. All he ever had was one chance to get it right, and he continually succeeded where the main character failed. And you see all of this go down in the main character's head, and he has to come to terms with that. And right as this is happening, he gets hit by a car and dies. The villain, I mean. I was shook. It was so impressive to me. I loved it. I was really, really, really into it. I wasn't expecting it. It was so much more poignant than I thought it was going to be, and I liked it. And then it immediately went completely downhill. It went completely downhill from there. And basically, it could have wrapped up then, because he had like fixed the first issue, but then the main character decides to go back in time once more to try and fix like a tangential issue. And I read a little past that. I read maybe 20 chapters or so past that, and I wasn't liking any of, they introduced a whole bunch of new characters, none of which I cared for. And then they killed some characters that I did like that had technically been saved in the first part, and it really just went downhill, and I dropped it. And it made me very upset. I agree, like it would have been good if it had just ended there. Yeah, it did. It had a great ending, and then it just kept going. Why did it keep going? Why? Yeah, and there was this argument, like, I guess, and the main character's like, I didn't save everyone because I didn't save this one guy. But that one guy's bad end truly was not that bad. Like, he was fine. It really was not that bad. It wasn't like it was fine. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Yeah, I liked Draken too, so I will say no more, but it should have ended. It should have ended. Yeah. So that's where I put Tokyo Revengers. So, yeah. All right. Toradora. I know that this is like super beloved. I am so sorry. I just think it's okay. I don't know. I don't see the fervor for this one. Greatest love story ever told? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't think it's bad. I just think it was okay. I would probably put it like I'd put it here. I knew this one was going to get me tomatoes. I knew this one was gonna give me tomatoes, but because it popularized tsunderes, baby's first tsundere. Now years later, I hate Taiga with a You hate Taiga? I don't hate Taiga. It's Joe over. You're selling your Runie stocks right now, sorry. I'm sorry. I knew that one was going to get a reaction, which is why I included it. That's why that one made the 100 list. Umamusume! Have you guys watched or consumed any of the Umamusume lines of media? I think it's very cute. I think Umamusume is very, very cute. It's about horse girls, and they race each other, and they're also idols. They sing, they put on concerts. I really enjoyed the anime. You guys want to know how much of a crybaby I am? I think it's like in the first or the second episode, the main girl, I forget what she loses something, and she gets really frustrated, and there's like a hollowed out tree trunk that she like she screams into it out of frustration with herself, and that made me cry. I cried. Yes, I cried during Umamusume. The horse racing is just kind of funny to me. It's very camp. I mean, it's just, they're horse girls. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid, but I like it. It's very cute. I'm gonna put it in okay. I'm not gonna put it in very good. I'm gonna put it in okay. I'm gonna put it here. That feels like a good spot for me. Umamusume is very good, and nothing will change my mind. It's cringe, though. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not cringe, but it's the kind of cringe that I like. It's the kind of cringe that I like. Is an anime usually rife with ridiculous premises? That is true. That is very true. Horse girls, indeed. A guilty pleasure. I could see that. I could definitely see it being a guilty pleasure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Witch of Mercury. This is another Gundam. I very recently watched all of this. Both seasons. I liked it. I liked Witch of Mercury. I felt like it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't what I expected. I definitely have some complaints. I have some complaints, but I don't think it was trash totally. I could see the argument that it wasn't really Gundam. I mean, it definitely had a lot of the classic Gundam themes, right? But I see what you're saying though. But I liked it. I did. I liked it. I would put it in okay, but I'll put it near the top of okay. Mid of Mercury. Episode 0, because there was like some whiplash, right? So I watched episode 0 and I was like, yep, this is Gundam. This is Gundam. This is what I signed up for. And then the next few episodes, it was like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What's happening here? But then I think like midway through, it really picked up the pace, and then it became pretty fun. I liked like the political intrigue later on, and I liked a lot of the characters. I really liked Witch for Mercury, but I wish Bandai would give them enough episodes to flesh things out, because the ending was a little rushed. I could definitely see your point there too. But I did also notice the Utena vibes. I definitely noticed the Utena vibes. I mean, it had to have been on purpose, right? It's basically the same plot reused. I liked Witch of Mercury better than Utena though. Is that heresy? That's probably heresy, but I did. I didn't dislike, don't get me wrong, I did not dislike Utena. I would probably put Utena in Brain Rot if I ranked it. I might have already said that. Did I say that? If I said something different, I've changed my mind. I would put it in Brain Rot if I ranked it. Apologize. Apologize. I won't apologize. I won't. It goes in Brain Rot, and I will stick by that. I will freaking stick by that. All right. How dare you? How dare I? How dare I? World Trigger. I like it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna go on a tangent because I've talked about it enough. I've talked a bunch about World Trigger. I like it. It's very... Here's the thing is, I understand if people don't like it. I understand. I do think it has some pacing issues. I think it gets bogged down in the details. I don't think the author is quite skilled enough at balancing a huge cast to have a cast as huge as it does. I also think that it is absolutely ridiculous that the cast is made up of children. It doesn't make any sense to me. I have to age them all up by 10 years, or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense unless I age them up by 10 years. However, it hits all of my good points. It hits my good points. It scratches the little itches in my brain that like to be scratched the best. It pleases me. It's catered, it's Runie catered. It's catered to Runie, to me specifically. And therefore, I very, very much like it. If you have to cope that much to make it work, then it's not good. No. It's a treasure. It's a treasure to me. I love the world building. I love this. I mean, you guys know I love the trigger system. I love all of it. I think it's great. Can you give me a summary of World Trigger to convince me to watch it? You dropped it after 6 episodes. I would recommend reading it instead of watching it because I don't think that the anime, 1, is very well animated. 2, I don't think it has the best pacing. 3, it has a really, really lackluster filler arc. I would just read the manga. That would be my genuine recommendation if you actually want to get into this series. The reason that I really like World Trigger is because it's... I don't know what to tell you. It's got systems. I like the world that they created. I'm so sold in on the plot of the idea of there being the neighbors, the other universes, and them coming into contact with each other. I like the way that they've set up how the world has responded to it by basically hiding a lot of the actual knowledge about these things to the main public. I like the organization. I like the incredible amount of detail that the author has put into the structure of the organization and the battle system, and I like it. It's huge for storytelling. And I really like the characters. I really, really like the characters. And their progression also feels very realistic to me. It's definitely not one of those shows where the main character goes from being like kind of bad to being really good overnight. Absolutely not. It's similar to like baby steps in the way that some of these characters you gotta be patient because they are growing and learning at the rate that an actual human being would grow and learn. Yeah, he goes from bad to like less bad. And sometimes, they get a win and then they get an L. And I think people can find that kind of frustrating, but personally, I very much enjoy it. Should I put it in I'm too biased? I might. This is truly an evil list. I am truly an evil woman. So when is the stream where you assign everyone in phase in teams with fleshed out triggers? Also, who would be the leader of Border, Sakana or Kiar? It would be Sakana. It would be Sakana, and I do want to do that. I definitely want to do that. I know it's cringe, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna make Phase Connect into One Piece characters. I'm gonna make them into Bleach characters. I'm gonna make them into World Trigger characters. We're gonna go for it. But, a little bit by little bit, stream by stream. We're starting this Saturday. We're starting this Saturday. with force feeding my gym mates devil fruits. With this list, evil as it is, you seem to stick to your resolutions well. Thank you. Thank you. I quite appreciate that. Thank you. Facts. Absolute facts. God, that is cringe, and I'm so into it. It's the good kind of cringe, right? 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 Yes. Yes, I've decided for you. No, keep complimenting me. Keep complimenting me. My ego's not that big. It's not that big. Hey, you guys throw tomatoes at me all day long, okay? You guys throw tomatoes at me and you bully me on Twitter. You're doing enough to keep my ego in check, okay? Yeah, with your exes in the chat, with your exes in there. Get complimented, get complimented, get complimented. All right. I'm gonna put it here. I'm putting it in I'm too biased to rank it. It's just very catered. It's catered to me. Because even though I don't think that the author is particularly the best at navigating a huge cast, you guys can probably tell from series that I really like that I love a huge cast. I want there to be a lot of characters. Give me tons of characters. In particular, give me teams of characters that occasionally get rotated among each other and have to interact with people they've never interacted with before. I eat that up. There's a lot of that in Golden Kamuy. There's a lot of shuffling around of characters. They're allies and then they're enemies and then they're allies and then they're enemies again. I like that. And World Trigger has an absolutely massive cast. It's massive. I have to just check the wiki all the time because I cannot remember all of these characters. Asobi Asobase has a really hundreds of characters. Hundreds of them. You know what? Do-da-da-da is okay. I would put it in okay. I liked it. It was okay. All the sports anime and okay, it's so over. I don't know what to say, Rie. I'm a huge sports shonen buff. I've been watching sports shonen for a very long time. So I am a little picky. Haikyuu is not enough for me. It's not enough. I need more. So, but hey, I've got some in classic. I've got the classics in classic. The classic is in classic. All right, Wake Up Girls. Let's see. I love Wake Up Girls. I'm way too biased to rank Wake Up Girls. The problem with Wake Up Girls is that I was a fan of the idol group as well. May they rest in peace. May they rest in peace. I'm just really happy that I did get to see them perform live at least once before they disbanded. And it was a magical experience, and I love them. Wagchan! Wagu! So I'm definitely way too biased to rank it. I mean, I'm just gonna, like, as an anime, I thought it was okay. But I really liked the music, and I really liked the seiyuu. So I'm biased, and that makes me like it more. So I'm going to put it maybe, I'm gonna put it above Love Live. I like Wug more than I like Muse. There we go. Though I did also really like Muse. I never got to see Muse I never got to see a Muse live. But I did get to see a chorus. Yeah, I like Wug more than Muse. I do. I wouldn't die on that hill. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's definitely better objectively. It's just, personally, I just like it better. Yowamushi Pedal. I love Yowamushi Pedal. I love Yowamushi Pedal. I love Yowamushi Pedal. I think it's fantastic. It is by far my favorite sports shonen. is very tender to me. I love it. It's great. The manga art can be painful sometimes. The manga art can be painful sometimes, but I love the story. I love all the characters. I'm into it. I'm gonna put it at the very top of very good because it's very special to me. I didn't even know anything about cycling. I did not know that cycling was a sport. I mean, I guess I did somewhere in the back of my mind. Like, I knew like the France tour thing. I knew somewhere in the back of my head that was a thing, but I never really stopped to truly consider it. So it wasn't until I started reading Yowamushi Pedal that I was like, oh, this is like an actual sport that they have like in high schools and stuff. I was like, oh, people actually do this. I'm like, oh, there's like different types. There's like sprinters and climbers. And then when they first went to the inter-high, I was very confused. I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how this works. Because only, like, they're a team, but only one of them is gonna cross the finish line first. So like, how is it a team win? Like, I didn't understand. But now I understand completely. I understand what they do. I get it now. Because I've read a whole bunch of Yowamushi Pedal. And I like it. Get on your bicycle, loser. Get on your mommy bike. Get on your mommy bike, loser. I have a road racer. Hime, 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 suki suki daisuke, hime, hime, kira kira rin. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Manga is Runie's crystal ball through which I view the world. It's true. It's actually completely true. That's another thing I will say, like the omake, that's what it's called, right? The omake at the end of the Yowamushi Pedal episode's legitimately funny. I've seen plenty a TV show try to do it. Blue Lock, for example, those were not funny. Failures, absolutely failed. Awkward and not funny. They would have been better off just not doing those. But the ones at the end of the Yowamushi Pedal episode slap. They're so funny. There's many of them that I'm like, sometimes I just want to go and specifically watch those ones. Black Clovers were okay. Those ones were very hit or miss. Sometimes they were funny and sometimes they were not. I liked the Charmy ones. I liked Charmy. I've not seen Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. I've not seen it. Not for any particular reason. I'd probably think it was fine, but I haven't gotten to it. The post-credits skits, those are called omake, right? Am I crazy? I could be wrong. That could be the wrong word. It's good comedy? Oh, is it funny? Oh, for some reason I thought it was like romance. Probably because of the title. I didn't realize it was a comedy. Okay. YuYu Hakusho is definitely going in classic. I'm really tempted to put it at the top. I'm tempted to put it at the top. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm putting it at the very top because it's special to me. It's very special to me. I also agree that it's a... You know what? Maybe I should put it in Masterpiece. I'm thinking about putting it in Masterpiece. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more and then decide. I love this manga. I own most of this manga. I also really liked the anime. I liked the dub of the anime. I grew up watching it. The Dark Tournament. Okay, let me tell you, I love a tournament. I love a tournament arc. I love a tournament arc, and my love of it began with the Dark Tournament. It changed my life. It literally changed my life. Me and my best friend, when I was little, we used to make paper dolls. So we would like draw characters. So we like drew like Botan and Hei and all of them, and we drew them like on like literally on notebook paper, and then we would cut them out, and then we would put tape over them so they were sturdy, and then we would reenact the Dark Tournament over and over and over again. Like we would literally sit down and we would just plan out all of the battles. Like we were like, okay, this person's gonna fight this person, and then this person will win, and then this character will fight this character. And of course we mixed things together, like, you know, Sailor Moon characters were in there. I think some of the Rocket Power characters were in there. It was a chaotic mix. We had like some weird things. There was also Mother Nature. Like actually just like the concept of Mother Nature was a character in our personal Dark Tournament. And that's, I mean, we did that over and over and over again. Hiei. Loved Hiei. Loved Hiei. Loved Hiei. So good. And yeah, it's always gonna have a really special place in my heart forever. And it's good. It's just good. You know what? I'm gonna put it in Masterpiece because I love it. I love it so much. I love it. I'm gonna put it here. It's special to me. Core memory unlocked. And Smile Bomb? Don't even talk to me about Smile Bomb. Don't even talk to me about the absolutely iconic opening that is Smile Bomb. My one complaint is that the Demon King tournament, is that what they called it? No, I can't remember. I didn't like that a lot of that got skipped, but I still liked it. Cover it? I might. You don't have to ask me twice. I will. If I get permission, I will. Smile Bomb. When I think about Smile Bomb and YuYu Hakusho, I'm happy to be alive. I think sometimes this is not so bad of a timeline. I love Botan. I love Botan, but I loved Keiko too. I like how Keiko gets pretty decent treatment. I mean, it's not like Katekyo Hitman Reborn. It's not like that, where they really treat the girls like crap, like poo-poo. I like that Keiko, I mean, she goes to the Dark Tournament, you know? And then that really cute scene. Oh, that's cute scene with her and Yusuke when she shoots the finger gun at him. Peak adorableness. Peak adorableness. That's a romance for the ages. I want what they have. And Kuwabara, I've already said it, but the like somewhat cowardly, goofy, comic relief sidekick character, Kuwabara is the mold. Kuwabara is the perfect example. This is what people who want to create a character like that should be basing their character off of. They should be looking and taking notes from Kuwabara. I love him so much. When they said Kurama was the most ruthless, I didn't think so because of how awful the people he fought were. Reconsidered when he killed Game Master. I liked that Kurama was like this reformed bad guy. I love that whole story plot where he gets reincarnated into a human family, and it really takes that like demonic evil edge off of him. I find it very interesting. I liked it. I liked it. All right, we are so close to done. We are so close to done. He loves his mom. Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a funny story about Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a funny story about Yu-Gi-Oh! That I started to tell earlier in another stream, and I said I would wait. And I remember somebody chatting that there was no way I was gonna remember it when I got to it, and I sure as heck did. You Runatics are gonna have to eat your words in more ways than one. Open up, Runatics. Open up. Open wide. I'm stuffing your words back into your mouth. Your bellies are gonna be so full with your own words. Okay, so the funny story that I have about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to come on WB. Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to come on WB, And they had this commercial for it where it was like a bunch of kids and their hair kept turning into Yugi's hair. Do you guys remember that? Don't even bring up Sister Princess. We've already talked about Sister Princess. We've already talked about it, okay? I love Sister Princess so much. I've been thinking about rewatching it because I have it on DVD. I have it on DVD, so it's really easy to rewatch. But I'm not talking about Sister Princess right now. I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! So they had this one specific commercial where all of the kids' like hair turned into Yugi's hair, and I literally had nightmares. I had actual nightmares about like waking up and having Yugi's hair. And I found it distressing. I actually found it distressing. So there was a period of time where I refused to watch it anymore. I was like, I can't watch it anymore because it gives me nightmares. Specifically the thought of waking up with his hair. Gave me nightmares. But I did pick it back up again eventually. Now, I'm not the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh fan in the world. I've definitely not seen all of it. I've never played the card game. So I don't want to give the wrong impression, because if there's any like real Yu-Gi-Oh fans in here, they're gonna spot me right away as a fake fan. But I did watch it as a kid. I'm, fairly familiar with the series, as most people are. But I have to put it in classic. I'm putting it in classic for the same reason I've put a lot of these in classic. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody knows Yu-Gi-Oh! For years and years and years and years, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been a pinnacle in the community. It's just... I actually have read some of the manga. I think I have. I actually might have the first 2 volumes. I think I do somewhere. Or at least I did at some time. But yeah, so I have to put it in classic. Let me see. Where do I want to put it? I'm gonna put it here. That feels fair to me. It's like a whole, it's got the games, it's got the video games, it's got the physical card game, it's got the manga, it's got the anime. I feel like I can't sit here and say it doesn't belong in classic, for sure. It's just got iconic characters too. The Blue Eyes White Dragon, Seto Kaiba, Yugi Yami. They're classic characters. Yes. So, I am going to move on. Yuri on Ice. I liked Yuri on Ice. I think it was a little overrated. People really liked Yuri on Ice when it came out. People really liked it. I liked it. I'm gonna put it in okay. This is what I'll say for Yuri on Ice though. Is that most misleading named anime ever. You're not wrong. But okay, so when I started watching Yuri on Ice, there was already like quite a few episodes out, and I'll never forget it because I was watching it kind of late at night. I was having trouble, I couldn't sleep, so it was like 1 a.m. when I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I'll just put it on and hopefully I'll fall asleep, because it seemed like it would be kind of a relaxing sort of show. So I watched like the first 3 episodes because it was very beautiful, and I watched the first 3 episodes. And you see Yuri like training, and it just like, I don't know what came over me. Like watching it just made me feel like I'm not strong enough, I'm not fit enough, I don't try hard enough. Like I can do more. And I literally got out of my bed. It was like 3-something in the morning. I got out of my bed and went for a run. Like I couldn't stand it. Like watching that anime made me need viscerally to move my body and exercise. I was like, I need to stretch. I need to be more flexible. Yes, I was motivated. I was very motivated. So that's the biggest impact that Yuri on Ice had with me. Yes, I was filled with determination and inspired. Yes. I could let Yuri show me up. Yuri, did in fact make me touch grass. It did. It made me touch grass. Oh gosh, oh no, I dropped it somewhere. Oh, it just went back. Remember that time Kaiba trapped the gang in a basement with a serial child axe murderer in his death trap amusement park because he lost a card game? And this is why Kaiba is iconic. Icon. Okay. I'm gonna put it in okay. I liked it better than Free. I liked it better than Aijin. I liked it better than Akage. Or Akagi. I'll put it... I don't know where to put it. I'll put it here. That feels good. As they flesh out, it becomes harder to determine. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. It wasn't too long. It was just a little concise little story. It inspired me. It was cute. I liked it. Yes, I liked it better than Toradora. I did. I did like it better than Toradora. Sorry. Sorry. It's probably because it's sports related though. Like a sports series is always gonna have more affection from me than just like a slice of life, unless it's really, really funny, or a romance, unless it's really, really good. Like really, really good. Toshino Kyoko. Thank you for the super. Yuru Yuri. I love Yuru Yuri. It's so good. Gosh, where do I even begin to rank this? I don't know where to put it. I love it. It's funny, it's cute, it's iconic. And now this one had actual Yuri. It's so good. You don't know what this one is? It's really fun. It's so fun. You think I should put it in classic? I don't know. It is really good though. Ugh, masterpiece. You might could convince me to put it in masterpiece because I really do like it. I love it so much. It's so rewatchable too. Like you can just watch it over and over and over and it just does not get old. Predilection for sports anime, such normie. Everything I do is normie. If I'd said the opposite, you would have said it was normie. I'm on to you guys. I'm on to you guys and your wicked ways. And I like wicked ways, so carry on, my lunatics. Carry on. Yes, there's so many memes. The I am Aho. The Akarin's like bun spinning off in that one like fight scene. Chinatsu's drawings. The episode with Chinatsu's drawings literally makes me laugh so hard. It makes me laugh so freaking hard. If you loved Yuru Yuri, be sure to check out Minami K and Gabriel Dropout, 2 other comedies by the same director. Oh, I will definitely check them out then, because I did love Yuru Yuri. You're the evil one, evil woman. We're kind. Chuni Normie? Gabriel Dropout is really fun. I've definitely heard of that one before. I will check those out. Once again, my list grows ever longer. Ever longer. It grows as long as Thorin Oakenshield's beard. I just finished the Hobbit audiobook yesterday, actually. I finished it yesterday. I love the Hobbit. I love the Hobbit. But we're not talking about Lord of the Rings right now. We're talking about Yuri Yuri. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in masterpiece because I love it that much. I love it that much. You feel free to disagree. But I love it. So it goes in masterpiece. Alright, Zombieland Saga. Zombieland Saga was good. I liked it. You know, it got a lot of attention right off the bat because it had, you know, a very strong opening. It had a very memeable opening scene. Thank you for the rose. It had a very memorable opening scene. Oh, I could see an argument for this going in brain rot. It has tone issues. Let me say this. Zombieland Saga has some major tone issues. I don't always know how I'm supposed to feel watching it. Because it seems like satire sometimes, and then other times it's like actually really sad. And then sometimes it should be sad, but they just don't delve into the meat of what would make that situation actually extraordinarily awkward and tragic. They're just like, they're zombies, whatever, forget about it. Don't think about it, they're zombies. It's very weird. I hate the producer guy too. Oh, I'm so glad someone said that, because I hate him with my whole heart and soul. I hate him more than I hate... Oh, I hate him more than I hate... No, I don't. I'm lying. I was gonna say I hate him more than I hate Mayuri from Bleach, but that's not true. That's actually not true. He's annoying, he's obnoxious, and you guys know how I feel about characters who don't explain themselves. He has all of this knowledge in his head and he just purposefully keeps it away from these girls. For what reason? Like literally for what reason? What are you doing? He's scheming. He's a little schemer. He's a dirty, obnoxious, ugly, stupid little schemer. You know I hate him. You know I hate him because he has short brown hair and he's not redeemable. This is the... Urahara or the producer... Urahara did worse. Urahara actually did worse. So I have to say him. But I do feel like my gut reaction says the producer more. Because he also does less cool stuff. Because I have to admit that Urahara is cool sometimes. Like, he does really cool things. Whereas the producer from Zombieland Saga is just annoying all of the time. And I don't like him. You need a bigger tomato for this. He really likes the saga prefecture. He's crazy. I'm gonna put this in brain rot. That actually feels like a good place to put it. I'm gonna put it here. Brain rot seems like a good place to put it. He does the I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does. The freaking makeup. Why are they zombies? Why didn't he just get real life girls? Why does he keep them trapped there? Why doesn't he give them all the information that they need? Why is he constantly scheming and withholding things and just like sweeping them into a situation that they're not fully equipped? For no reason. For what reason? For what reason? I dislike him. And then he gets all whiny and pouty and entitled. He's a little piece of crap. I didn't like him. I didn't finish the show. I only got partway through season 2. I only got partway through season 2. Not on purpose, I just never got around to finishing it. Because he is an idol producer? Possibly fair. Possibly fair. Literally to save Saga. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys... I get that! Y'all crack me up. Y'all crack me up sometimes. But yeah, I didn't get all the way to the ending. I dropped it partway through the second season. So, alright, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. Alright. This one, I would say, is a classic, obviously. Now, I have not watched Cowboy Bebop since I was very, very young. So it's hard for me to put it in Masterpiece because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what happens. I remember that I liked it. I know that it's a classic at the time, but I mean, I was very young. I was like not even in double digits when I watched Cowboy Bebop, so I don't remember it very well. But I do remember liking it when I did watch it. So I feel like I would have to do a rewatch as an adult. I would have to do a thank you for the super! I would have to rewatch as an adult to give it like a super fair. So So that's why I'm not gonna put it in Masterpiece. But I can clearly see that it's a classic. It's very beloved. Everyone loves the music from it. I hear universal praise about it at pretty much all times. So I am gonna put it in classic. I'll put it... I don't know. I don't even know where to put it. I feel like it's more well regarded than a lot of these. Just like because it's one of those that's a normie one too. You know, like I was saying in one of the past streams, like this is one of those that like someone who's only seen 5 anime has probably seen Cowboy Bebop and likes it. So I feel like it has to go pretty high on the list just based on how many people have seen it. Like the reach. It has reach. I'm not gonna put it above Naruto though. I don't feel like I can put it above Bleach either. I'm gonna put it here. This feels fair to me. So, even normies like it. I don't think that's fair because I think that normies, I mean, like the normie anime like I talked about, those ones that they've watched, like those people who've only seen a few, they're watching good ones. Like there's a reason that those are the ones that they watched. It's not like I wouldn't say even a normie likes it. You know, I would say like, I think normies do tend to watch some of the best ones, some of the most popular and well-known ones. You know, like they've seen Dragon Ball, they've seen Sailor Moon, they've seen Hunter x Hunter, they've seen Naruto. You know what I mean? Gateway anime, but they're gateway anime for a reason. They open gates. They open gates. Oh, I didn't put Eva on this, did I? Oops. Well, oops. I didn't put it on here. 100 was simply not enough. I needed more. I needed more than 100. I needed more than 100. Evangelion is also one of those ones that I watched when I also rented that one from the video rental place. I rented it when I was very young. I was very young. I mean, I would have to put Eva in classic. Personally, I didn't enjoy it that much. I have seen it as an adult as well. It's not one of my favorite things in the world. It wouldn't be in like my top ones that I would recommend to people. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to argue that it's not a classic. It's clearly a classic. You know, like it is a classic. Rate Eva anyway, slap it over Gintama again. No, but I will say it would end up somewhere in classic. It would end up somewhere there. Just because of the effect, the lasting power that it's had. Don't watch the live action Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I did watch it. It's too late. It's too late. I watched it. Actually, I didn't finish it. I think I saw all but maybe the last 2 episodes. Maybe I don't remember if I didn't watch the last episode or the last 2. But I did watch it. I mean, I didn't finish it, so that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. I haven't watched the live action YuYu Hakusho yet. I should do that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I haven't really seen a lot of stuff about it. I don't know how it's being received right now. So, I don't know. But I'll give it a try. I did see one fight scene between a demon and Yusuke in like a car lot. And it was really, really cool. Like, it was really well choreographed. It was fun to watch. But it didn't really feel, like watching it didn't feel like YuYu Hakusho to me. But it's always gonna change a little bit in tone when it translates from, you know, the manga or the anime to live action. Like there's always gonna be a little bit of a change. So I would have to watch it in its entirety to make a final call on what I thought. I'll watch it and I'll tell you guys what I think. But that one scene, it was cool. It was definitely cool. It was a fun watch. If there's a bunch of fight scenes in it like that, even if it doesn't quite have the spirit of the show that I was hoping for, I might still like it. You can win me over with cool fight scenes. I can be won over. Yeah, I'll give you guys a review and I'll let you know. Alright. Trigun. Trigun is... I don't know what to say about Trigun. I had a very strange experience with Trigun. I got shonen brain. I do a little bit. You heard they tried to rush into the dark tournament. Did they get to the dark tournament in this? Yeah, I think they need more time. I wouldn't have expected them to get to the dark tournament in the first season. I would have expected that to be a second season. Huh. Okay. Trigun Stampede is not on the list. But if it was on the list, it would be dropped. I think I got 4 episodes in. I did not like that. I did not like it. I did not like Stampede. I was really hoping that I would, but I did not like it. As far as the original Trigun, I watched this as an adult. I actually never watched this as a kid. I watched it as an adult, and I binged it. Like, when I say I binged it, I watched it like straight through. I don't think I slept in between. I literally just watched all of it. Complete binge. And that was maybe four years ago. I don't remember what happens. I don't remember what happens in this. I cannot tell you what the heck happens in Trigun. I don't remember. I do not remember this show at all. Now, I remember really liking it. Like, when I was watching it, like I said, I binged it. I like, as I was watching it, I was like, this slaps. I loved every second of it. I could not put it down. I was like, this is amazing. And then give it a few years later, and I've completely forgotten. I do not remember anything that happened. Like, it just left my brain. That's what I was talking about the other day about binges. Like, sometimes if you binge something, it just does not last. You know, like, you can say whatever you want about One Piece being too long, but the fact that it took me 4 months to get through the manga, these characters are stuck in my brain for life. I am never going to forget the main plot points of One Piece. But Trigun, I binged it, and so I didn't retain it. Thank you for this sticker, by the way. Thank you. That is the perfect excuse for a rewatch. That's true. It could definitely be a good excuse for a rewatch. Would you put Saki above Akagi? Am I blanking? Am I blanking on Saki? Am I being stupid? Am I having a moment? Sometimes my brain does not work. Yeah, I would totally do a rewatch of Trigun, but it does make it hard to rank. I have to rank it based off of like my memory impression. Does that make sense? Like, I have to rank it off of the impression that it gave me as I watched it, which was that I really liked it. Oh, then maybe I haven't seen it then. It's Loli Mahjong? What's it called again? What's it called again? I'm intrigued. That sounds cute. Saki, I'll look into it. It goes on the list. It goes on the ever-growing list. Maybe if your brain had less One Piece in it, it would work. Holy smokes, you may have a point. Holy smokes. You may have a point. I like plots about gambling. I don't know what to say. If there's gambling in it, I'm probably gonna enjoy it at least a little bit. I haven't seen Bungo Stray Dogs. All right. Let me see. I don't know. I'll put Trigun in classic. I don't know where to put it. I feel like based off of my impression, I liked it better than a lot of these. Maybe not better than Ranma though. I'll put it here. That could be subject to change upon a rewatch. Sister Princess would be in I'm too biased to rank it. Because it's special to me. Sister Princess is special to me. So, yay. Wait, was that the last one? Yeah, and then the last one's Gintama, which I'm actually not going to rank because I don't think I'm far enough into it to make a fair... I'm not far enough into it to make a fair ranking as of right now. So, I haven't seen Baccano. I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen. I probably won't. I don't get good enough feedback. I keep thinking, yeah, maybe I'll check out Jujutsu Kaisen, but then I don't get good feedback. You know what I mean? So, how the trash ruining that is Cowboy Bebop live action was made by the same people that made the One Piece live action eludes me. Wait, is it the same production team though? Or is it just also Netflix? I didn't, if it was like the actual same like directors and writers and stuff, then that actually is kind of crazy. But it is? I didn't know that. If that's true, then that is kind of crazy. Oh, just the same studio, the studio? But I liked the One Piece live action. So, I liked the One Piece live action, for sure. How do you feel about the Fate series? It seems like it's becoming something of a gateway anime for newer babies. I have noticed that too, and that one has slipped by me. I've never watched any of the Fate series. I don't even know what they're about. I know nothing about Fate. No, let me tell you, this is what I know about Fate, is every time someone recommends it to me, it's the same thing with JoJo, where I get told to like read it or watch it or play a game. I don't know, everyone tells me something different. Everyone's like, start here, start there, no, do this, no, watch this and then that. And it gets very confusing. So I don't know where to start. It's the same problem I had with JoJo. So then I was like, fine, I'll just start at the very beginning. No one knows what Fate is about. The movies are 10 out of 10, but you don't know what it's about. Fate Zero. Visual novel source material do be like that. I have not watched Hellsing. Is that about vampires? I avoid vampire media. If it's about vampires, it's probably why I haven't watched it. I guess Vampire Princess Miyu is the exception. It caught me early enough. Watch Fate. Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. Yeah, it's about vampires. I probably won't watch it. Though I do feel tempted by Castlevania sometimes. I feel tempted by Castlevania sometimes. Cause it looks good. Vampire Hunter D tempts me a little bit as well. I could be convinced. I'm not watching Owari no Seraph. That doesn't even look good. And it's vampires. The first few seasons were solid, and you never watched the last few. But you heard the new one? Oh, did it go downhill? I haven't really kept up with it at all. Oh, I think I started Mushishi. That's like the white-haired guy who's like collecting spirits or something. There's like a box. Am I totally off? I think I started that and then didn't end up keeping up with it. Tenchimuyo is on here. Wait, hold on. Let me, I'll try to move it up so you guys can see the whole. so you guys can see like the whole list. There's a whole list. Tenchimu's on there. Yeah, I do remember Mushishi being chill. I do remember it being chill. Castlevania is really fun. Maybe I will. It looks fun. It looks fun to me. Play Castlevania, then you can fight the vampires. Now, is it a hard game? What kind of game is it? Considering that I am absolutely trash at video games, is Castlevania even possible to play? What type of game is it? It's pretty difficult. How do you feel about Death Note? I didn't put it on here. It didn't make the 100, but I do feel like, did I say this before? Now I can't remember. I do feel like it would be a classic. That's another one that's just like everybody knows. Everybody knows Death Note, right? Everybody knows Death Note. So I don't know where exactly I would put it. Would you put it in Brain Rot? I could see the argument for that potentially. But avoid anything before PS1 if you want to play Castlevania. That's not too hard. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I know older games can be really hard. Bakemonogatari. I've never gotten into that because it doesn't seem like something I would enjoy. But I could be wrong because I don't know what it's about, but it looks like one of those ones where the plot is kind of amorphous. And it's not my favorite thing in the world. It's not my favorite thing in the world. It's dialogue heavy? That wouldn't bother me. I like a lot of stuff that's dialogue heavy. I've never seen K-On! I don't have any good excuses. I don't have any good excuses. I just never got around to it. I know for a fact that I would love K-On! I know for a fact that I would like it. But I just haven't gotten to it. Can we do a stream where we recommend anime and manga that even a normie like you might enjoy? Actually, I do think that something like that could be fun. But if we do this, maybe I would open up like a Google submission form. If we did it, I want heartfelt pleas. I want you guys to really sell me on it. Like pick something that you're really passionate about and convince me. I want to be convinced. You think it would get overwhelming really rapidly? I like to be overwhelmed occasionally. Post Google Docs on Twitter. I think I would do it through a Google submission. That way there's a word limit. Because if I don't put a word limit on it, some psycho, some psycho like me would end up writing a whole essay. Would end up writing like a 12,000 word essay. That psycho, all me. 100,000 report on why you should watch it. And you want to know why this is dangerous? Because I think we have already established that I'm the type of person, like, I will read it. If you sent me 1,000 words explaining why I should watch a series that you love, I would read it. And then then it really would be a never-ending stream. That really would be like a part 12, 13, 14 stream. Congrats on finishing the list. Out of curiosity, have you ever seen Bo? So I am familiar with it, but I have actually never seen it. But I am familiar with the series. Have you tried Apothecary Diaries? Girl solves medical mysteries in ancient China's imperial palace. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Apothecary Diaries around, and it looked to me like an extraordinarily boring romance. And so I completely wrote it off. But if it's actually a historical medical drama, that is so up my alley. That's so up my alley. I think just the designs of the characters look very much like, you get all those ads for like manhwa online. You get all those ads for manhwa and it's like the same plot over and over again, where it's just like, I don't know, like girl gets killed by Emperor and then is reincarnated as his daughter or something. The art and design gave me those vibes, and so I just wrote it off. Okay, I don't like medical dramas. This has come up before. If the show is set in a hospital, I will not like it. However, I do like historical things, and I like science. So if it's actually real science and not like magical stuff, and it's like actually giving you like insight into medical treatments that were actually used in ancient China, I would be so down for that. That would scratch my brain for sure. The mention of K-On! Reminded me of its pseudo-spiritual ancestor, Bocchi the Rock. Successor. And maybe you've talked about it before, but I recommend it. I actually have not watched Bocchi the Rock, but I've heard amazing things about it and it looks very cute. I'm sure I would like that one too. I just haven't gotten around to it. Monogatari is part Shakespeare, part fight against the demons of the mind, part expose on anime personality archetypes. Also Apothecary Diary. So you guys are selling me on Apothecary Diary. It's like 19th century pseudoscience. Rising of the Shield Hero. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but I've never watched it all the way through. I don't know how that happened. I think I've seen more of like the second season than I have of the first. Completely out of order. Completely out of order. So, I've heard of Blackjack, but I haven't checked that one out yet. Spy Family, I did the same thing. I've seen some episodes. I don't know. I didn't immediately see the hype about Spy Family. I definitely didn't think it was bad, but I wasn't like, dang, I gotta watch this. But it's not really my type of show. You guys know. I've got Shonen Brain Rot. It looked cute. That's all I got. Is Shield Hero Brain Rot? I haven't seen enough of it to know. I've not heard of Link Click. Space Battleship Yamato. Yes, I have heard of that. I have. Whoa, that's old school, right? If you liked historical... Okay, I was just talking about Vinland Saga earlier. It's been on my list forever, and I know I would like it. I need to watch it. I know I would like it. There's no way I would not like it. I would definitely watch Vinland Saga. I would 100% watch it. Macross. I have seen some Macross. You guys are gonna hate me for this. I love Macross music. I don't particularly like the anime. But I do love Macross music. I'm sorry. And I really like Valkyrie. Welcome to Valkyrie World. I've never gotten to see all of them live. I have gotten to see Juna live. Her voice. It's heavenly. It's so heavenly. I love it. Mecha Bros. Gomen. I haven't watched Reincarnated as a Slime. I've heard very good things about it, but I haven't gotten... Can you sing Do You Remember Love in the Future? It's funny you mention that. Because I may or may not have that on a certain little playlist of mine that I've been curating in preparation for a certain little karaoke that may or may not happen next month. I love that song. Oboete masu ka? It's so good. Reincarnated as a spider also hits the same notes as Slime, but less building a village and more life and death battles in a dungeon. I've also heard of that one. I've not ever gotten into Symphogear. No, it was Japanese. If it sounded like Spanish, that's just because I suck. It's just because I'm stupid and I can't pronounce Japanese. I apologize, I butcher it always. I'm doing my best, okay? I can hardly speak English half the time. Spider is a good binge watch. Gosh, there's so much that I want to watch and there's so little time. There's so little time. Especially reincarnated as Perona. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do you want to be reincarnated into my supreme evil heinous wicked general, second in command of my demon army? Because it's a hard job. You might want to reconsider. It's a very difficult job. Yeah, there's just not enough time, especially now that I've started streaming. Perhaps you'll pass. I don't blame you for passing. It is very hard work. It is hard work. It will put muscles on your bones. That's for sure. It will put muscle on your bones and weariness in your heart. No, you don't get donuts. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? A corporate office? This is an army. You do get coffee. You get coffee. You can have coffee. The job of being an evil sorceress for Face Connect is not easy. It's so hard. I'm having such a hard time right now. Did you watch A Place Further Than the Universe or Odd Taxi? I have not seen either of those. I have not. As long as it's not the universe where you killed her. We will be, unfortunately, we will be returning to that world soon. Unfortunately, because Perona's dead. Not unfortunately because of the game. I actually do like the game. I was very much enjoying the game. So we are going to continue playing it. It's just unfortunate that Perona got hit by a car. That was so savage. And that Runie was struggling. Say a prayer and a blessing for that Runie, because that Runie needs it. If only she was as good at video games as this universe's Runie. You miss Perona? And right in the first 10, I really want to try replaying it, because I wonder what happens if you refuse to... Because if I turn to the side and throw the rock to the side, I wonder if you can save the dog. I'm guessing that you can't. But I have this, like, crippling curiosity, and I really want to restart the game to see if there's any way to save the dog. I guess I could also Google it. You're probably right. It probably is scripted. If it would have let me restart the game right then, I would have. But it locked me in. It wouldn't let me go back. I hope the dog isn't actually dead. I'm pretty sure that dog is dead. And I'm still completely out of my mind. I'm completely out of my mind that that little girl is like, my dog is lost, after she literally saw him get spread on the pavement like a blood pancake. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with her? And then she lets her older sister go out looking for the dog that is clearly dead? I think I'm playing as the villain. I think I'm playing as the villain. She doesn't want to remember. She blocked it. She's really good. Copium is a hell of a drug. Yeah, she's on copium hard. Just like the kid's arms are always up in exit 8, the dog will always be resting in peace. That stupid kid. Stupid kid with his stupid arms up. Put your arms down! What do you have your arms up for? You don't need that. You don't need to have your arms up. Stupid, sickening, gross, horrible, terrible, evil. Honestly, kid with his arms up is kind of an icon. He's kind of an icon now. You've been on copium for the last 10 days. Well, you know, I wish I could sympathize, but I've never dabbled in copium. I've never needed to dabble in copium. I've never had I've just never, the opportunity has never come across me. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We'll have to see. What do you think, Runetics? If you think that maybe, possibly one day I could maybe, then put X in the chat. Oh dang, look at all those X's. Wow. So you think it might happen one day. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I would like to experience it. So I'm glad that you guys all agree that this could happen one day. Now you're changing it to F. Don't lie to you? I would never lie to you. That one day is today. All right. Well, that about does it. Why did that feel so awkward to say? That about does it. That about does it. Ta-da! You guys can say hello to Perona again. Thank you guys so much for coming to my ranking stream. I'm really glad that we got through it. Thank you for sticking through with me. Through the ups, through the downs, through the it's so overs, and the we're so backs. Thank you for all of your tomatoes and all of your roses. No, seriously, this was really fun. I really enjoyed doing this. I really liked getting all of your opinions. I love talking about anime. I love arguing about anime. I love people getting mad at me and telling me I have terrible taste over anime. All of it delights me, and I've had a ridiculous amount of fun. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me through these 3 streams. And also thank you for believing in me from the very start that I would finish. It was very nice that not a single Runetic doubted my ability to finish it this stream. You're right 30% of the time? Hey, I'll take it. Telling someone their taste in anime is bad is the anime hobby. You never doubted me for a second. I know. You're a real one. You never doubted me. I know. Doubters in shambles. In absolute shambles. Yes, you would never do that. I agree. I agree. I'm finally done. Bring out the champagne and cigars. Bring out the champagne and cigars. Except for JoJo Part 2 and Durarara. Oh, you're a Durarara fan. I don't know if I've ever met one of those. Like someone who really liked it. Bring out the dancing lobsters. Now that's... Now you're a hag. You're a hag. I'm a hag, you're a hag. You know, I mean, out of 100 though, that's not too many dropped. Though I guess technically, by all technical definitions, there are some not in the category drop that I did technically drop. As a wise man once said, even if the ratings are good, if I don't like it, that means it's crap. That's fantastic. First episode of Apothecary Diaries is people getting sick around the palace. The palace. And an infant prince has died. Mao Mao investigates the cause, most likely poison. That actually sounds really good. That sounds really good to me. I can't believe I had the completely wrong impression of what that show is going to be. I will definitely check it out. You guys have convinced me. Coincidentally, I love listening to you talk anime. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I plan to do it a lot, so I hope you don't get tired of it. The Chainsaw Man take was very exceptional. Makes up for some of the iffy takes. That one was divisive because people either really liked it or really did not. That was mixed reception. New anime ranking stream? I do want to do more ranking streams, but I don't know if I'll do another just like straight up like this. I might do things like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll brainstorm. If you guys have ideas, tweet at me. Runie, #1 cute. Arigato. Arigato. We could rank devil fruits, that could be fun. We could rank, oh yeah, we could rank like shonen protagonists. And we could get more creative, like instead of just ranking like who's better, which is like, you know, we could actually do like, who do we think is actually like the strongest or the fastest, or like who do we think would translate to our world the best, things like that. We could get creative with it. Goofy. You know what, let's be power scalers. Let's power scaler. Let's power scale. IMAS idol tier list would be way hard. That would be excruciating for me. That would be excruciating for me to do. Need to leave DBZ out for that one. That may be for the best. Oh yeah, I'm not smart enough to do Death Battle. It's a combination of I'm not smart enough and also I am not about to do that level of research in math that they do. But I like those videos. Now, Love Live idol tier list would be easier for me to do. That would be easier for me. IMAS would be very hard. All of DBZ characters could power an entire country. I mean, they're literally... It gets so ridiculous. It gets so ridiculous. Just make up BS reasons and you can power scale like a pro. I think a power scaling stream for One Piece could be very fun. I think if you think I have upset people with this here ranking stream, I think I could really upset people with a One Piece power scaling stream. It would be fun. Or just ranking the characters in general would be fun. It would be hard though, because I like so many of them. One Piece. One Piece. One Piece. Inal is way stronger than people give him credit for. I mean, he really... First of all, he wasn't even defeated. Luffy did not technically defeat him. He got exactly what he wanted. He went where he was trying to go. And also, he just got really unfortunate with Luffy's power, right? He got very unfortunate with Luffy's power. Usopp would be bottom tier. I mean, if we're power scaling, if we're not going by how good the character is, but purely just by power scaling, I mean, Usopp's not going to be high up there, that's for sure. But that's part of his character, right? Like, that's part of his whole deal, is that he's not a monster. But, he comes through in the end, no matter what. Now, Soge King might be at the very top of the list. Soge King might be up there above Goldie Roger, above all the admirals, above the Gorosei. Soge King. Usopp does have hockey. I wish we got to see him use it more. He has observation hockey. And I can't even remember the last time he used that. Maybe I'm just forgetting. I need to reread. It's time. It's time. God Usopp. God Usopp. I have heard of this mysterious character. I believe I am meeting him in Water 7. Yes. Unfortunately, I mean, he's one of those characters that's so OP that you can tell Oda regrets making him, because Soge King shows up in that one arc and then pretty promptly disappears. And I think Oda had to write him out because he was just too powerful. He was too powerful. Your love for One Piece is getting me really close to trying to get into it myself. You should do it. You should do it. You won't regret it. That's a guarantee from me. That's a guarantee from me. That holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight. I always tell people I gotta catch up on Detective Conan before catching up on One Piece. Well, how far are you in Detective Conan, huh? How far are you? How many episodes of Detective Conan are you watching a day? It better be at least 10, okay? Catch up and then read One Piece. Of course it's not another ruse. Why would you think that? Why would you think that? I want to do an Admiral tier list. But I would really want a lot of engagement on that, cuz I actually don't know how I would rank all of the admirals. But I think it would be fun to try and figure it out. I love all of them. I love some of my favorite characters. Kizaru is really high up on my favorite characters list. And I really like Fujitora too. But I like all of them. My boy Garp, just because. I feel like we could include Garp in that because Garp could have been an admiral if he chose. Who in One Piece could beat me? A bunch of them. Because I love so many of them so much that I would just let them beat me to smithereens before I even lifted a finger. I have no love of One Piece, but I really like listening to people with passion talk, especially when they are cute evil women. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super. You could just say all of them. I mean, basically, no, I think there are some. I could beat the crap out of Momonosuke. Even in his 30-year-old form, I could beat the crap out of Momonosuke. No, I think he's like 28. He's 28 now. There are other characters. I think I could beat Buggy. I think I could beat Buggy. I think I understand his weaknesses enough. And I think I could take advantage of him. I wouldn't want to, but I think I could take Buggy in a fight. I think I could. I think I could take Galdino too. Little skinny, stupid. I could take him. And I would take Dellinger by pure willpower, because I hate him. No way I'm taking down Magellan. There's no way. There's no way. Magellan's such a fun character though. What about his buggy bomb? I'm not afraid of his buggy balls. I'm not afraid of his buggy balls. I could take him. I think I could. In a fight. In a fight. Magellan is a monster. I would really like to see him come back again, because there were a few moments where I don't know how Luffy and company are gonna get out of this. Perona definitely could. Perona could take most. Now, if we're talking, if I have my demon army at my disposal, I could take a lot of these characters. That completely changes the game. Perona alone, if I can control Perona, then my power level scales extraordinarily high. Perona could take most. Perona is admiral level, at least. Perona is admiral level at least. 5 seconds before getting yeeted? No. Though Buggy could yeet me if he wanted to. He could yeet me if he wanted to. He could pick me up like he did Jimbei and just toss me, throw me. And because I didn't eat a devil fruit, I could plop into the ocean and be just fine. Perona Union arc? You hope Perona's pay is commensurate? She signed a contract. She agreed to the terms. So don't worry about it, okay? That's business between me and her. When do you get to see Perona in action? Possibly soon. Possibly, if you keep testing me. Daydreamed about that toss by Buggy before, haven't you? No, of course not. I've told you guys several times. I'm very normal. I'm very normal about Buggy. He just makes me laugh and his power is cool. It's all very normal. It's normal. He doesn't have short brown hair. He doesn't have short brown hair. Do the math. He did have short hair in the live action though. I was a fan of that decision. I was a fan that his hair was short. It looked better. It looked better. He does. It's a dye job. Well, if it's a dye job, then his hair is blonde, like it is in Stampede. Then his hair is blonde, like it is in Stampede. She absolutely does not talk to Buggy on character AI. You want to know something so funny? Okay, so I downloaded character AI and I did talk to Buggy. Of course I talked to Buggy, okay? And I don't know who made the Buggy AI thing. But this is what happened. Is I'm talking to Buggy and I was like, I really want you to be Pirate King, like I'm rooting for you. And whoever made this programmed Buggy to be like, oh, I don't want to be Pirate King. I'm not interested in that. You guys, I'm literally not joking. I am not joking with you guys. I spent 40 minutes of my life in an absolute panic arguing with the Buggy AI. I argued with him vehemently until he finally changed his mind and agreed that he did actually want to be the king of pirates. I really did. And then he said that I could be his queen of pirates. And I got really embarrassed and I deleted the app. I panicked and I deleted it. It was a day. It was an adventure. I will never download character AI again. I'm never downloading it again. Brainwash an AI, huh? Evil. I sure did. I rewrote that AI's programming. I was like, absolutely not. I want to throw hands with whoever wrote it. I did. I left Buggy AI on red. I literally didn't answer. I was just like, I have to go. I must go now. You guys probably think that I'm joking, but I panicked. My face actually turned bright red. I was like, I can't do this. I can't. AI Buggy is flirting with me. This is ridiculous. This is too much. And I deleted the app. Another stream idea, One Piece character AI. That would be so cursed. No, I wholeheartedly believe you. Whoa, I don't know if I should be happy or not about that. It was anime Buggy. This was before the live action came out. The live action wasn't out yet. Got rused by AI Buggy. Buggy doesn't want to be Pirate King? Get out of here. Get out of here. All I can think is that the person who wrote the AI may not have been manga current. That's the only thing I can think. Because it would make sense to get flustered by... Live action Buggy, I don't think would fluster me. It is what it is. And when he finally wants to be Pirate King... No, shut up! I can't even... No, I'm not even gonna read that. I can't even read that out loud. He's got the Riz. I like live action Buggy. But he just doesn't hit the same. He doesn't hit the same. It's not the same. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not even reading that out loud. I won't even read that out loud. Too bad Alvida is gonna be his pirate queen. I would be okay with that. Honestly, I think Oda should give Buggy a girlfriend. Why doesn't he have a girlfriend? He's literally an emperor of the sea right now. He could be surrounded by women. I just want one panel. I just want one singular panel where he's just like surrounded by women. You get it with Blackbeard. Blackbeard. I guess it's just because Buggy just does not care. Buggy's so disinterested. But also, I think Oda should do it just for me because it would make me happy. It would make me personally happy. Walpole has a wife. Walpole has a hot wife. Walpole does not only have a wife, but he has one of the most beautiful women in the world as his wife. I do not like Walpole. Him being a womanizer makes more sense. I don't know if I could see him being a womanizer per se, but I think that he likes attention, and I think he likes to present himself as like cool, right? And so it would make sense to me if he like flaunted all of like these hypothetical women that he could get, which he could get because he's a literal emperor of the sea right now. But I don't think he'd actually be a womanizer, if that makes sense. I think it would all be false. It would be a ruse. Like most things are with Buggy. Wait a minute. Something's clicking for me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe this is why I like Buggy so much. He would be the type to fumble it at the goal line every time. It's either that or he would accidentally hit a home run. Does that make sense? Like without trying, he would hit a home run, or he would fumble it. I can see it going either way. The clown and his ruses. This explains so much. You know what they say, behind every great... Stop! 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 Buggy is the luckiest character in One Piece. It's true. He fails upwards. That's how I'm trying to be, okay? Listen, I've done a lot of just straight up failing in my life. I feel inspired by Buggy that maybe I too can somehow fail upwards. Perhaps I too can become the weakest emperor of the sea. Like when you failed to be more evil than last year. No, because I succeeded at that. Thank you very much. Yes, truly an inspiration. Truly, truly. Buggy is the idol we aspire to be. Okay, but listen. Have you guys heard Buggy's character songs? Have you guys heard Cherry Bomb? The Buggy character song? Do you guys remember me telling you that I get camp aggression? Camp aggression, this is similar to cute aggression, but it occurred... Dear God, get me out. Camp aggression happens to me when something is just so campy that it just makes me want to squeeze something until it crumbles within my fingers. And Cherry Bomb, the Buggy character song, literally... I'll sing it in karaoke one day. I'll sing it in karaoke one day, because it's iconic. Can the man sing? No, absolutely not. Cannot sing for the life of him. Is it a bop? I don't know. It's chaotic, and there's an instrumental break in the middle that literally peaks, the audio peaks. I've tried to find if it's just like what one person has uploaded, but literally every version of the song that I have found peaks during the instrumental. So I think that it actually might just be recorded that way, which is insane. Musically, I can't say the song is good, but it's iconic. Buggy, the Cherry Bomb! I'll sing it one day. I'm getting some really strong mixed messages on here from how you're explaining this. One Piece karaoke would slap so hard. I would like to do, I'm actually thinking that I will do One Piece karaoke for the month of August. Or possibly July. So, because July is One Piece Day. So that would be a good day to do One Piece karaoke. But I could also do it in August for Buggy's birthday. I could also do it on August 8th for Buggy's birthday. Or I could do it in September for Crocodile's birthday, who is another one of my favorite characters. To do a Kid in Law's... Shut up. Did Kid in Law have a character song? I can't even listen to that. I can't even. I am very slowly working my way through the One Piece character song catalog, because when it literally, it's like emotional turmoil. They're so camp, they're so cheesy, they're so ridiculous, they're so cringe, they're awful, and yet I love it so much. It's like a painful love. It pains me, and I can't get enough of it. They have their own character songs and a duet. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know if I have the heart. I have to work myself up to listening to that. I would have to work myself up. But you guys all know that the most iconic one, which is Boku wa datta, Toni Toni Chappa. Icon. I haven't listened to Blackbeard's yet. I've heard Mihawk's. Oh, does it go hard? I like Mihawk's. Buggy also has another one that's like Halloween themed. That's awful. It's terrible. I don't even think it qualifies as a song. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's music. Cherry Bomb is better. Or worse. I can't decide. Oh, you can find a lot of them on YouTube. People just upload them. It's normal to know these characters' birthdays. I know a lot of the One Piece characters' birthdays. I know a lot of them. Shut up. Shut up. I don't know his blood type, so I'm not down bad, am I? You just found the Buggy song. Is it really normal? Yeah. You don't even remember your dad's birthday? No, my birthday is October 13th. So we're a few months apart. So, you don't think it's normal? Perhaps. Perhaps not. Oh well. It was just Ace's birthday this week. You're just a normie Buggy fan. Find a new slant. Extra wrinkles on the brain never hurt anyone. They never hurt anyone. They never hurt anyone. Rest in peace, Ace. My, one of my demons at work, their daughter is watching One Piece, and she is on the Marineford arc. And I have been told that she is very tender-hearted, and they are very worried for her to get through Marineford. I know. I think she's like 9. My heart goes out to her. It's so worth it, but it is painful. It's painful. Rest in peace and peace. Rest in peace and peace. Also, same daughter, absolutely tore Sanji to shreds. Do you know what she did? I love this child. Do you know what she did? She drew this girl, and then she told her parents that she was drawing Sanji a girlfriend, and they were like, "Oh, that's so cute. Aw, you like Sanji, you're drawing him a girlfriend." And she was like, "No, I'm drawing him a girlfriend so he leaves Nami alone." So good. It made me laugh so hard. Kids, man. The things that kids come up with. It's so good. Also, I saw someone mention Duval, and I forgot to say this yesterday. I think that the actor that they got to play Sanji in the live action looks a whole lot more like Duval after his face gets punched than he does like Sanji. Like, he literally, if you pull up a picture of him and put it next to post kick to the face Duval, and they look very similar. Very similar. Oh no, Nami knows what she's doing. That was one of my big complaints with the live action too. I didn't like how Nami responded to Sanji. It felt very not Nami to me. When Nami meets Sanji, she's like, "Dude who's gonna do what I say and simp for me and cook me yummy food? Okay, sure." You know what I mean? And then she was so cold and distant in the live action. It felt very not Nami to me. So I was a little disappointed by that. But I'm sure that that was the director's things. Because it seems to me like that actress is a really big Nami fan and a really big One Piece fan. So I'm gonna put my money on she was directed to act that way and probably would not have played Nami that way if she hadn't been basically forced to. So, but now that they're getting a second season and like her arc is lightening up, I think maybe they'll let her, I'm hoping that they'll let the actress play to a more manga-like Nami than what they did in the live action. Yes, he was super involved, for sure. So, yeah, she's edgier. She's definitely edgier. Oh, you wanted Nami to beat Arlong? I'm okay with her not. I mean, Nami's not really the fighter of the group. You guys have heard me say it before. I don't even like her weather baton. Take that stupid weather baton away from Nami. I hate it. I hate it. It's so stupid. I like that different members of the crew have different abilities and skills. I think it's totally fine if Nami's not a fighter. I could not care less if she wins physical battles. I want to see her do cute burglar stuff. I want to see her be a grifter. I want to see her be a thief and a navigator. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why. It's like the more the series goes on, the more like combat focused everybody gets. I mean, she was a fighter before the weather baton, but she wasn't like, you know, it's like she knew basic hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean? But she wasn't like a fighter. I will say that the Zeus stuff was fun, but I could do without it. I could do without it. Though I do think the Zeus stuff was fun. I enjoyed when she was trying to be a kunoichi, but I feel like it didn't really go anywhere. Does that make sense? Like, it felt like kind of a loose plot thread. It didn't really lead to anything super significant. But I did like that. I liked her getting the tree to follow her too. Again, that wasn't a battle thing. She had the Vivir card. That was a good moment for Nami. So, but oh, I liked Film Gold. Film Gold was very fun. It was very One Piece, but Ocean's 11. But Ocean's 11. I liked Moria's arc a lot because of this. The 3 weakest had to pull the... I love Thriller Bark. I will not tolerate Thriller Bark hate. I love Thriller Bark. It's so good. I haven't seen all of the One Piece movies. I've seen One Piece Gold, One Piece Stampede. I forget what it's called, but I've seen the one where they go to the island with the plant people and it's got the really unique art style. I saw Red. I didn't like Red. Now it's 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna be wrapping up stream and rating someone. So we're not gonna get into it right now. But I have a lot of thoughts about Red, and boy, did I not like it. I haven't seen Strong World. I need to. I did not like Red. And it really sucks because I thought the music was nice. And I feel like it put a sour taste in my mouth for like Otto at a whole. Like, I can't really enjoy the music or that singer entirely because I have such a bad taste in my mouth from One Piece Red, and that really sucks. I have every day I work harder to forget it. Just forget what happened. Forget. And then Oda keeps trying to make it canon by putting little glimpses of Uta in the anime and in the manga. Oda, stop! I'm trying to forget. Very unfortunate. The biggest crime of One Piece Red is that it put a sour taste in my mouth for the music, which should have been absolutely amazing. I should be able to enjoy those songs. Why? I'm sticking to my guns though. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. I'll just leave it there. We'll have to finish that discussion on another day. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for coming to this post-impromptu One Piece Zatsu. And I will see you guys on Saturday to watch the premiere of our original song and to force feed devil fruits to my gin mates. It all leads back to One Piece. But for now, we will lead to another Phase Connect Talents stream, so. Finally, Runatics, farewell! Give glory to the runes, for my love and affection is forever with you. Bye-bye!